What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another season of the Rutgers Dynasty mode here. And it is the final season of my coach's second contract. The first contract, as you know, 11 and 3, 6 and 6, 5 and 7. This following contract, 4 and 8, 9 and 4, 12 and 3, 3 and 13. This is the final year of my coach's contract, of a 5-year contract, and we are so close. We are right there. As you can see in the preseason ranking top 25s, we are number one. Michigan State did beat us last year, but we are number one. We are a 90 overall team now. This is the recruiting board of the upcoming season. Only 25 people in here. I'm hoping I get all of them, but a lot of them, as you can see, are 5 stars, and I'm just going pretty much for positions of need, like how many seniors we have going for, and just what there is. And honestly, I can just offer everyone a scholarship just so they're up here. I mean, a 4-star bust, sure. I mean, I know I'm not going to win over him. Matlock, I know I'm not going to go over. I mean, we have a bunch of 5-star busts here, but I mean, there's a lot of 5-star busts, but it just in general, I mean, they're 5 stars. They're going to be good no matter what. I mean, that might be their level, but they could just be good backups. Who knows? I mean, we have a couple gems here. I'm going to go after the gems. The stars, I'm going to go after first. I mean, we'll have enough hours to recruit them, but that's what it is. I have people redshirted, but this is where it's going to get tricky. As you can see here, we have Brody Moore starting. He's an 82 overall, but the 5-star freshman recruit is playing like an 83, and the stats of this rookie who's coming in, I mean, other than awareness, I mean, he has better throwing power, accuracy, other than deep throw. Throw on the run's a little bit worse, but like break sacks a little bit better. Play action isn't much, but carrying's better. Ball carrying vision's better. Juke moves. Like, majority of his stats are better. And, I am so close to starting him this season. I understand Brody has taken us to newer heights with this guy. He's been amazing for us. Awareness and everything. But I mean, look at all the physicals this guy has. He has 4 physicals. I mean, and then we have another freshman with 5 physicals in the backup here, who's technically not even starting. Hell, I would put him in there. We have 2 freshmen. Why not? I understand awareness, but he has the stats, and whatever. I'm almost positive I might start him this year, depending on how the first game goes. Like, if we're struggling in the first half whatsoever. Then here it is. Lewis Hogue, whatever you want to call him, senior out of Newark. We got him in on transfer. He's an 88 overall elusive back. We have Duke Warmack receiving back, 86 backup. Rawls is here. Third, I mean, I know he was starting last year, but he's an 81 overall. He's third string. I have Seth Durant redshirted, the other elusive back. Fullbacks, Gaddis is still here. Hodgins is the backup here. Receivers, here it is. Chester is our top guy. Schultz is our second. Coker is our third. Moncrief, the old quarterback that I switched over, he is here. We have McLean, who is a redshirt freshman who's coming up, who's a 77 overall. And then the guys we recruited last year, Bernhardt and Rush, they're redshirted. They can be redshirted. Alex Sherman, the freshman tight end who I redshirted, he's here, 79 overall. He's our top guy. Jimmy Hodgins is a good all-around tight end. He's second. Then an offensive lineman, I shifted out to being a tight end. He's our blocking tight end. Offensive lineman, Vollers is starting on the left tackle spot. Pruce is our backup. We have Hess as another backup. Rose is our left guard starter. Bono is our backup. I mean, they're pretty much the same overall, except for Rose has the physicals over him. But I'm sure throughout the season, Bono's going to get his time. Jeremiah Patton, our anchor on our offensive line, captain, senior. He's here. Pay is, just almost a carbon copy of him as a sophomore. Just great overall players. Then our other captain on the offense, Matt Slaughter, 90 overall. Just ridiculous. Then we got Hyde, the junior, backing him up. I redshirted Jemerson. I don't know why, really. Just cause. For now, I may or may not unredshirt him, but as of right now, he is. Javier Duggins, another captain. The captains are through our offensive line. These are the big boys up front. We got McLeod as backup, but we got Duggins out here playing right tackle as he was last year. Defensive line, a little less dominant as it was last year, but Dom Hurt is still here. We have the freshman recruit coming in, Spielman. He wants playing time. He has the mental abilities. He was a 4 or 5 star coming in here. Listen, I'll give him some starting time. We'll see how we go. Steeples is here. Steeples is also the backup. We have Justice Wenning, who is here. D tackle, yes, Nate is still hurt for a couple more weeks, for 5 weeks. But I have Hippenhammer, the 5-star recruit. Yes, he's a 78 overall, but playing up to an 81, starting over the junior because, he's going to grow much more than that. Left outside linebacker, Manny Handy. I moved him over to start on the outside. He's an 85 playing up to an 89. It's funny his name is Handy and he has Hammer. We have Bo McDonald, junior backup, as an 80 overall, but he has all the physicals, so he's a tremendous backup. Peter Einrich, defensive captain here. When I was putting the captain band on, band on him, whatever, he has the coaching wristband, which is kind of funny. So he's the coach. He's the quarterback of the defense. Then we got Stefan Schneck, who also has physicals, as the backup. He's a junior as well. He'll be taking over. And then Gregory, I have him in here as one of the backup linebackers. Same thing with Bo. We've redshirted Schmidt. And then we got Max McDougal playing on the outside here. He's playing up to an 88 overall as an 81. Bo McDonald's also the backup, so is Gregory. Corners, Nigel, he's starting, the sophomore. I know he's a slot guy, but he's starting. Robert Wilbur is starting. Ruffin is the third guy. Kai Melton is the fourth guy, freshman. These guys are all 81s and 80. Safeties might be a little controversy, but awareness is pretty much the same. Overalls are pretty much the same except for house call. He is faster. He has a little bit less zone awareness and jumping and all that. But he's a sophomore, and he's going to be higher than an 84. So our armor on defense is starting. Strong safety, Isaac Mayberry is still starting. Then we have Brockle as the backup. And then we have Terrell Norrell. He is one of the backup guys. And where is it? I meant to do this on this side. Noel. He's also this guy. So either or, they'll be flipping back and forth for that. Kicker is still the same, Tranquil. Then we have the new 3-star punter in here, Darren Wilds. Great name. Don't know where you got it from, but hey, it's a great name. I like it. Freshman, Clay McLean is bringing back the kicks. Chauncey Marcus is bringing back the punts. Long snaps, that is what it is. Lewis is our third down back. He's a 96 overall back. Got to give it to him. We have the running backs to play with a little bit of depth on either side, even as power back. I was going to give it to Paul Bryant, but this is 72 overall. I'd rather have Lewis in there, and if he's a little bit tired, then bring him in here. Yes. Slot guys, Coker, Moncrief, McLean. Rushing guys, Hurt, Steeples, Hippenhammer for now, Einrich, Schneck, Brockle, and like I said before, Tim Woods is our dedicated slot guy, senior. He's got all the physicals for a slot guy, so there he is. This is the team going into the final year of my contract, the 2031 season, which is crazy. The only controversy of this team, is it Brody or is it the 5-star freshman? But let's get into the first week of the season. Alrighty, it is a bye week for the first week, but these are all the guys that I'm going for. Obviously, pretty much top 3 for a lot of them. There is one lockout. We didn't make the cut, Barry Harris, but it is okay. We'll just move on from him. And there's a few busts in here that I'm just leaving on the board, but some of these guys we didn't make any progress on the board. But I'm not giving up hope on some of them. It is a bye week. Next week, we'll get into next week's schedule. But alrighty, here we are for the first week of recruiting so far. The number 5 guy in the nation, Gregory Hutton, we are moved up to number 1. Same thing with Kevin Brown. We moved up to number 1. 2 for the other 5-star guy, number 2 in the nation, David Luck. Yeah, Syracuse is once again stealing my guy. Edward Leonard, we moved up to number 1. Paul Craig, number 1. Moved down a little bit because I don't have many points in Jamal Barron. Tobias Slayton moved up to number 1. Sweet, we are still number 2. For the number, he's an elusive back, Titus Howard. We moved down because we didn't have any points with him. Same thing with Ibrahim. Office, we boosted way up there. He's a physical guy, so either receiver or tight end or somebody on defense. Jeremiah Cahajo, I'm butchering names, but 5-star blocking tight end, number 7 in the nation, number 1 for him. Ty Pack, number 1. Little, number 1. Alves, number 1. June has blocked us out, but 5-star bust. I'm not really heartbroken over that. True Blood, we moved up to number 2 for Matlock. Number 4, overall bust. I might just move on him, just clear off the board. Lincoln Back, we're here. Phil Kriggs, we are number 5 now. We did move up a bit. Golden Wire, we are number 1 for. He is in the top 5, so I do want to get him in on a visit immediately. Virgin, moved up to number 1. Menua, moved up to number 6 for. Number 32 in the nation. Gem for safety. So we'll keep that for now. Who's ready for a visit? Ready for a visit is Golden Wire. There's only a couple people who I will take points off. David Luck. There's not many people I want to take points off for this visit. But I think I can take 10 points off of Paul just for now. Leinert, he's up there for now. Sweet. I don't see anything happening with him just yet. So I'm feeling safe with that. In Office, we have such a huge lead. I'll take off 20 points, and there we still have 40 points. So Sweet, I'll add 10 points back into, and then Craig I can add 10 points into. So our first visit, we get set up. Here it is, ready for visit. Eric Goldenwire, he is proximity to home. It's only a B. Let's get in that for week 2 immediately so I get those points back. Proximity to home. Boom. We got the first visit scheduled for the next week. But game 1, going up against the Green Wave, but we are at home. The new freshmen are here. The seniors are ready for another season. 90 overall Rutgers going up against Tulane at home here. I moved the time length up into the realistic. It's full minute quarters. I don't know why I ever started back on that. I'm not going to make the mistake if we're simming games. Full games simmed for as realistic stats as possible. Let's get going. Next quarter, please. Tulane gets the ball first, but we go down. We score first. 3 points. They get the first touchdown of the game. End of the first quarter, 7-3. Not such a good start for us, but we get a touchdown, make it 10-7, but they get another touchdown, 10-14. We get another chance, 20-14 at halftime. It's such a back and forth game, field goals, but we had a huge second quarter, which we needed. To the stats. Total offense, 263 yards. We're having a decent rushing game here. I'm not going to put it that. Brody, 54% completion, 8 yards average, 13 of 24. No interceptions, but no touchdowns. This really isn't making a strong case for you. I'm going to stick by you for the first game for now. See how you finish out. Rushing the ball, though, This is what we needed. Lewis, 45 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 11 rushes. Brody has 21 of his own. Warmack, he has a couple. Chester was 73 yards, picking up where he left off the last so many years. Alex German, the tight end, the freshman, he's here with 54. Schultz with 42. Coker with 21. Lewis with 5. Blocking. No sacks given up, but a pancake by Vollers. Beautiful. Defense, where we're picking up our last year. 3 tackles for losses. 1 sack from Hurt. 1 interception by Isaac Mayberry. Beautiful. No forced anything kicking. How we doing kicking? 2 extra points, 2 field goals by the sophomore. And there are 2 long ones, 40-49. Beautiful. We're getting the ball off this second half. Let's go down and start putting on the points even more. We need touchdowns. Nothing that drive. Tulane gets a touchdown, though, making it 21-20. We go down with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, making it 28-21. Tulane has the ball, though. They get nothing on that drive. Second drive, they get nothing. We go down, get a touchdown, make it 35. We close the game out with that. There we go. First game of the season against Tulane here, and offensive player of the game goes to our transfer in. But first, Brody with 300 yards, only 55% completion. Yes, 1 touchdown, but that completion percentage, I'm really thinking about that. But player of the game goes to Hogue, Lewis Hogue. 3 rushing touchdowns. I know only 3 average rushing yards, though, but we did rush him 19 times. Warmack did get in, though, with 54 of his own, 6 yards of carry, so we're finally getting some rushing here. 22 by Brody himself, receiving. 72 by Chester. Did he catch anything after? Was he at 72 at half? Whatever. Schultz was 69 himself. German, I think, wasn't he at like 51 or 59? I don't know. I think he was at 51 at half or 59, whatever. Coker has a couple of Hag. This guy had 4. He had all the touchdowns of today's game pretty much. A receiving touchdown, 2. Moncrief had 24 of his own. Pancakes, 1 sack given up by center Patton. We got 2 interceptions this game, Mayberry and Armour. That's why I started him. Armour got 1 of his own. Beautiful. Any defensive touchdowns? Nothing. No fumble. 2 fumble recoveries by Max Dougal. Beautiful. Sacks. 1 sack by Hurt still, and then just a couple tackles for losses by the team. Team effort, especially with an injury out. He'll be back, week 4? No, we have another injury. Chauncey Marcus, the freshman, goes down with a dislocated elbow. He also had Legion, the mental one. So already an injury to the year. Nate will be back in a couple more weeks. We need that. We need a healthy year, or injuries in the beginning and to get healthy at the end. But strong start to the year with a win against Tulane. On to the next bye week. With that, Max Dougal gets Defensive Player of the Week for the Big Ten. Congratulations, sir. 3 tackles, 1 forced fumble. Congratulations, sir, for that. Player of the Week, yeah, we're still ranked number 1. Let's go to recruitment board. Any changes to the recruitment board? Gregory's ready for a visit. We're going to need to free up some points here. We already did. But first, ready for visits. Who's ready for visits? A lot of people. It is going to go by, priority, especially how close we are into some of these fights with these players. Phil Griggs, we got up there. Menuai, he's up there. We're number 2 with him. But first, Gregory Hutton, the number 5 overall recruit of this whole board. We got to land him. D-line, wins games. Pro potential. All right, so let's get this set up for week 3 against Kansas. Pro potential. Where is that? Meet the alums. Brown. I'm trying to steal so many people from Oregon, it looks like. This elusive back, I know we're in the top 5 with him, but we don't have any points with him. Office, I know we're number 1, but we're facing Boston College with him. He's physical. couple of these offensive linemen I'm going to have to remove points for so I can get as many visits in. It's only a couple visits in, so I can only, that's 2 visits right there. Link, that's 3 visits in right there. Brown, I know he's number 1, but I don't want to. Let's just move points and then work down the board of need, not need, but of, 5-star gem playing time. All right, so let's pair him with the left end playing time. Where is that? Position meetings. Beautiful. That's in. Howden, I'm not going for office. I'm still leading him massively. Same thing with the 2 offensive linemen. The 4-star gem, I might. But first, defense is a little thin. Offensive line, I have a lot of those freshmen who I got last year. Don and plus all the guys that I'm bringing in are on defense right now. Don was pro potential. Let's link him in as well against Kansas. Pro potential. There we go. Another recruit in. Same thing with Manawai. Let's bring him in on defense. Pro potential. Where is pro potential? Right here. Bang. Another recruit. All right. Can I get him in, or is that week locked? That week is locked. All right. So offensive lineman, 1 more. Let's bring him in against Temple. Listen, a win's a win. Coach Prestige. We'll start that with Coach Prestige, and we'll get these points back next week after the game, or how it is. So most of these points we will get back. Pack, let's put the points back on him. 25 with him. Howden, we didn't have any on. Alves. Let's put 10 points on him so we can still get some points rolling. All right. We got a lot of people visiting next week. This is a bye week. I will see you against Kansas. Here we are, Kansas week. They are 1-1. 91 overall defense, 88 overall team. They're no slouch. Any team in the top 25 is no slouch. But let's take a look here. We have a lot of visits coming in this week. We do have 200 points, so we can schedule more visits this week. Brown, let's get points in on him because we lost so much ground against Oregon not having points in with him. But we do have the scheduled game this week with him. Barron, it looks like he is going to Oregon, so I'm just going to bail out on that. As long as we get 2 of the receivers, I'll be happy. Howden, we missed out on. Ibrahim, he's still here, but where's the receivers? We still have Office, so right now everything's going good. We are a number 1 for a lot of these positions. Sweet isn't looking too sweet right now. We are losing out big time, but let's get in some more points here. Maybe that helps. But first, let's go back into team visits. Who's ready for visits? We got a lot. 5-star Edwin Leonard is ready. Championship contender. Let's bring him in against Temple immediately. Championship contender. Where is that? Boom. Bring that in. 5-star Paul Craig, championship contender. Let's bring him in against Temple. Boom. We got 1 more meeting. We can bring in Slayton. We can bring in the halfback, power back. We are leading on him. The gem. We can bring in the 5-star tight end. We can bring in Pack, but Pack we're winning in Alves. We are losing ground on Alves. Virgin, we are winning in on him. Let's focus on the gems first. Gems first. So we got 3 guys here. Pack, offensive line, tight end. Let's bring in the 5-star tight end, Coach Prestige. Let's bring him in. Where's Coach Prestige? Where is the whistle? Yes, it is. I still don't know where any of this is. We got 15 hours left. This 15 hours, let's just bring it in to Alves so he has more time. There we go. We have all the scouting that we could do this week. Kansas State, I know we've played them before, but can we get it done? We're at home. I will see you on the sideline. K-State, baby, here we go. It's going to be a tough matchup, but we are starting off with the ball. Let's keep this team rolling with the ball first. We go down the field, get a touchdown immediately. They get nothing on their first 2 drives. End of the first quarter, 7-0. Not bad. It's a defensive game. They go down, get a field goal. We get a short field touchdown. They get a touchdown. We get a fast touchdown back. And at halftime, it is 21-10. Let's take a look at the statistics for this game so far. Brody Morris, he heard me talking about him last game. 12 of 19, 195 yards, 63%, 2 touchdowns, not bad. 10-yard average, all right. Listen, Lewis is having a tough game, but Brody is leading the team with rushing here, all right. Warmack has a rush. Paul Bryant has a rush, the power back, for a touchdown. He's got a nice touchdown there. He pounded it in. Receiving, Frederick Chester is just having a game. 4 receptions, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns. Coker's got 35. Schultz got 7. Warmack 7. German 10. Hag with 13. Clean pocket, as perfect as I want it. 4 tackles for losses on the defense. The team is sticking in there. I mean, big shout out to Hippenhammer. I mean, the freshman coming in here at 78 overall is just wreaking havoc. And he has a sack this game. I mean, I'm so happy. The Hammer is laying down the hammer this game. I'm loving it. Justice Wenning's got a sack. Steeple's got a stack. So we're doing good here. Interceptions. Mayberry with back-to-back interception games. Beautiful. No fumbles. No defensive touchdowns. But defense is playing good. Offense is playing good. Let's continue this momentum, boys. Starting out on defense. Let's go. Starting out on defense, they cause a nice out. We get a short field touchdown again. It looks like they get a field goal. We get another field goal. 31-13. They get the ball back, though, this quarter. They go down, get a touchdown. We come back down, get another field goal. We get another short field touchdown. We're creating turnovers. They get a touchdown, but that's not enough. Hey, we leveled up that game. Let's take a look at coaching stats here. I mean, I need 15 points to unlock Architect, so I mean, might as well. Let's open that up. Architect, I mean, we got a lot of things that can help our talent progress, and we only have 19 more levels to go with points, so we need to be strategic with that. 2-0 on the season. What a game from our team. Just a solid game all around. I mean, 451 offensive yards. We're starting to roll here. Offense. Brody did have 340 passing yards. He did have an interception, but 66% completion, 2 touchdowns. Lewis, he picked it up in the second half, 14 carries for 75 yards. This is what we've been missing, a running back like this who's able to get us 50 to 75 yards per game, a touchdown, 4 broken tackles. Brody with a touchdown of his own. He heard me talking so much about him, thinking like, oh, should I pull him? Should I start the freshman? He's like, listen, coach, I've gotten you to bowl games these last 3 years. I've dug this team out of the gutters with my teammates. He's like, give me one more chance. He's playing up to it right now. Warmack's got a couple. Brian had that touchdown. Receiving, Chester just had a game. 7 for 177, 2 touchdowns. Hag even got 47 receiving yards. Schultz 45. Coker. Hodgins is in there, the backup tight end. German, he had that catch. Warmack blocking, any sacks, a clean pocket all game. That's what I'm talking about, fellas. Clean pocket, keeping the quarterback upright. That will help us win games. But tackles for losses here, we had a plethora of them. Beautiful from everybody here. Sacks, we had 4 sacks. Where is it? Did Hurt get one that game? So we had 4 sacks that game. Interceptions, we got another 2. That's what I'm loving. Nigel with the interception, the sophomore. Beautiful, just a solid defensive effort from everybody this whole game, and kicking too. Another 2 40-yard field goals from Tranquil. He's kicking them through. It's good to see him not. Well, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it. Injuries though, how we looking with injuries after that game? Any more? Any less? Nate will be back next week. That's what I'm talking about, and then we'll be as close to healthy as possible. Let's go into the. All right, after that week, I'm just going to say Nate is back. He's starting, but the rushing defensive tackle spot is going to Hippenhammer. I mean, they're pretty much close in overall in that, and I'm just thinking he's having such a good year. Let's not kill the freshman's momentum. This game is against Temple. Yes, I know it's technically a lower rated team, but Temple and Rutgers still have a little bit of animosity against each other because they're just so close. And there's you get, if you're from the area, you understand. I mean, yes, it's not a full blown rivalry, but they are there. It looks like we're losing out some guys, but we do have 3 visits back in pocket now. So let's get on these visits here. We have a few here that we can get, especially for O linemen. Lincolnberg, though, Lincoln back. I'm sorry, wrong names. Let's just throw 25 points on him. Griggs, it looks like we're going to lose him out to Clemson. But Golden Wire, it looks like we are going to just budge out. So that's what I'm hoping for. You know what, Griggs, as much as I would love to get a 5-star corner, I need the points. I need to make sure that we get everybody else in on this team. So let's just take care of that. Let's get all these visits in. I know when I'm beat, I'm not going to beat out Clemson. It looks like he really wants to go there. Listen, I get it, but here we are. All right, let's get Office in here. Let's get him in the office. Championship contender. Let's get him in at the bye week. Let's get him in there. We have 2 more visits we can stack in. Let's get, you know what? As much as I want to get the running backs in, let's get the offensive lineman. Let's get Pack in here. What's him? Proximity to home, week 8. Proximity to home. Let's go with that. And then let's get Alves in here. Who knows? Maybe he's his brother. Let's get Alves in here. The quickest I can get him in is week 9 against Penn State. So that's going to be hard, but it sucks. I'm going to lose out on these 40 hours, but let's just get him in here. What is he? Coach Prestige. Week 9. I mean, it's us against Penn State, so maybe, I know visits normally goes to the people who get them first, but let's hopefully beat Penn State. All right, so we got those people in. We got 25 hours left as of right now. Who could use the extra 25 hours to help us secure him? We could get David Luck, another defensive lineman. Right now, we're kind of losing out on running backs. We could get the receiver, but we're doing good on him. Offensive lineman, we're doing good on. Golden Wire, it looks like a close race against us and the 2 Michigan teams. It's real close, but we need to keep winning to help with that. You know what? Let's throw him in on luck. Let's get a little lucky here. I mean, we can get him in on a visit before anybody else, but I would be losing out on let's see if we get lucky. Let's get some points in there. Maybe this win will help him with that. But let's roll into Temple at home again. 3-game home stretch here at home. I mean, where else other than at home? 2 p.m. game against Temple. 2 red teams protecting home turf. Let's go. At home, baby, against the Temple Owls. What are they, like crimson red almost? I forget what the red is called. But starting off with the ball on offense. Let's keep this team rolling, boys. With the ball first, nothing in the first drive. They get the first points of the game with the field goal. Nothing in the first quarter. A nice little defensive game here. They have the ball, though. We get the ball back. Short field, we get nothing of it. Another short field advantage, we get nothing. 3-0 halftime game for Temple. Alrighty, to the stats. Brody is having a terrible game. You know what? I think it's time. Hag is trying his best here running the ball. We are just getting nothing started against this defense, even throwing the ball. We did give up 1 sack with Vollers giving up the sack. The defense is trying its all. Cockrell, even the other freshman defensive tackle, is in on the game, getting a sack. And another interception by Nigel. We're doing what we can on defense here. You know what? Listen, thank you for all that you've done, Brody. But this game, let's see what the freshman can do. DeMarcus Alves, let's see what you can do, number 9. Bring us some luck. Second half, they get the ball. They get a touchdown immediately. We come back down, get another touchdown, 10-7. It is a close game going into the fourth here. We're driving, though. Oh, come on. I accidentally pressed it. We get the ball back. We take the lead, though. 14-10. We come back down 17-10, and we win. Let's go. What a close game that was. 17-10 against Temple. That was just a scary game, especially there in the first half. But our rushing attack, for once again, our running attack comes alive in a game. Alves, listen, 75% completion, not bad. 109 yards. They must have really good corners. 2 sacks, though. Listen, he came in there. He managed. He did what he did. Good game, Alves. Good game. That helps us. And look at that. 44 rushing yards. Not bad. Warmack had it 8 of 20 and 1 touchdown. Lewis, 20 of 74 and a touchdown. Not bad. A broken tackle. Schultz, 53. Coker, 31. Chester, 25. German, 14. Warmack, 8. Rawls, 8. He got a catch. Good for him. Sacks. Vollers gave up 2. Rhodes gave up 1. All right. Defense. Heinrich with the most tackles. I'm going to start looking at that. Tackles for losses. Hippenhammer and Heinrich with tackles. Only sack of the game, Cockrell. That's a game. Nigel with the only interception of turnovers. Not bad, fellas. A close defensive game. Tranquil did miss a field goal. I jinxed him last game, and it was a 40-yarder. I jinxed him. That's on me. But not bad of a game for the first start from the freshman, Alves. I'll take it. No turnovers, no nothing, and he got completion percentage. Mayberry is injured, though. Partial ACL tear. That is not good. What is with these injuries now? I didn't get them anywhere in the beginning, and now I'm getting them. He's out for 10 weeks. That is massive for us. That is... Ooh. Alrighty, so now with the safeties, we had to mix it up a little bit. Armour is still starting. Noel is the backup for both sides. And then we got Jaquan Stock, a junior from Elizabeth City, North Carolina. He is pretty much playing backup Rockwell. I moved him over to strong safety. We'll see how that works. I mean, truly... Armour should move over to strong safety because typically the bigger safety, the harder hitter safety, plays strong safety, typically, air quotes. But that's how we're rolling. On to the next week. That is a big hurt to this defense. Well, I saw it. We got a big punch in the nuts this recruiting stage. As you see, Manawai, the 5-star safety, has committed to Oregon, so that sucks for us. And Goldenmeyer, we lost out. He went to Michigan State, the defending champion. So we lost out on both corners pretty much and a safety. We're still going after Virgin. I know this guy is only 4-star bust, but just to bring him in, let's bring him in on week 8, championship contender. Let's bring him in on that. He wants to come in on a visit already, and I have the points, so let's start putting the points in on him. Let's go take a look at the prospect list for the both of us here. Who's interested in joining? It's a bunch of 3 stars. That is not good. And any state, is anybody left open who would like to come in? No, it's just a bunch of 3 stars. So once again, we are not left with a good pick for cornerback whatsoever. I mean, we still got Virgin. I mean, we can look at Emmett Barnes. Larry, how's he doing? I mean, he's close. He's open. Miami, Florida. What about Klutz? He's a run support guy. We can move him. We can swoop in on him. Mike, I'm looking for anybody's zone. Anybody's zone that could come in and possibly play safety. Or not safety. Run support, he's a bust though. Run free, I remember him. Bizarre. We could get him. All right. We might have to finagle things around here. Power rusher, okay. I'll put him on the board just to hang around. Scrambler, we don't need a scrambler. We don't need another quarterback whatsoever. Light tie offers, yes, we're looking at him. Alrighty, we got a couple more guys here. Pizarro, safety. We got 2 safeties here. How's it looking? 1, 2. What is he? Normal. 78 zone, though. He does have the speed. What about Klutz? He is a gem. He doesn't have the speed, though. He is run support. Listen, I'll give him a scholarship. No one else has given him a scholarship. And Pizarro, I'll give him. He's going to Texas right now. He's got visits. Let's get him in on week 8. Screw it. I know he's going in with the safety, but pro potential. Let's get him in. We got to make moves fast. Virgin, we're still number 1. Link, we're still number 1. True Blood, number 1. Alves is getting overtaken by Michigan. So that is not fabulous. So let's put 50 points in on him. Little, we dropped down to number 4. Pack, we are still number 1. But Michigan State is moving in fast. Let's try to secure him. I know we need visits, but as of right now, let's secure some of these players. Abraham's not there. Sweet. We're moving up on Duke. Slayton, we're here still, but yeah, we moved up on him. Craig, we moved up on him, top 3. Leonard, we're doing good on. Luck, we moved down. Syracuse moved up. Brown, Oregon moved up. And Hutton, Oregon is close. You know what I'm going to do? Luck, I'm going to take all 50 points out of him. Brown, what can I do here? We got 20 points left. Let's do a soft sell on you. Let's try to get, there we go, playing time. Hutton, let's move this. I can get 70 points in on you. Let's do a soft sell on you. Come on. I need to get these 2 top guys. Come on. With these guys, we can be a championship contender. Like, not even championship contender. We can be a championship winner. Not a contender. A winner. Winning. Let's go. All right. These top guys. Anybody else close? Alves is close. These 2 guys. I can only add 10 more hours in on each of these guys of the offensive linemen. I know we really don't need offensive linemen, but we could use tackles. I don't know how. But that's it for recruiting. A little bit of chaos management there, but up against Purdue we go. First road game of the year, but a Big Ten team, so we're starting to get into conference play here. We are 14th technically, but we are one of the undefeated teams. Let's go into Purdue. Here we go, champs. Let's go. Rainy day here in Purdue, first road game of the year. Let's go. First quarter of the game, starting out on offense. Nothing that first drive. Purdue gets the first points. We get nothing on their second or third drive. End of the first quarter. We do have the ball. Another 3-0 first quarter, but we do come down, get the first touchdown of the game, get the second touchdown of the game. Purdue answers back with a touchdown. They come back, make it a 1-point game. It is a sloppy game here. To the stats, as we love. We're causing havoc for the quarterback. Our quarterback is not doing any better. 46% completion, 7 of 15, 87 yards, 1 touchdown though. Yes, I get it, 1 touchdown, but it's not looking good for that. Lewis, tough first half. Again, 10 carries of 25 yards. Warmack, 1 touchdown, 1 carry, or 3 carries. Brody, 5 yards. Coker and Rawls. Coker, Chester, Hodgins, Lewis, Tim Coker has the 1 touchdown. Sacks, clean pocket. 3 tackles for losses. Let's go. Tim Woods, hurt. Justice. Top tackler, Heinrich Wilberg. Sacks, no interceptions. Any fumble recoveries? No, just pass deflections. Kicking, just extra points. This is where I come in again. I don't like bouncing back quarterbacks, but if it's not working, it's not working. Alves, he does have the natural, so he can play in rain. He's field general and headstrong. I know I'm putting you in a tough situation, freshman, but I know you can do it. Third quarter, we stop them. We go down the field. We get a field goal, extend the lead. We go down and get another touchdown. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. All right. They have the ball. Nothing happens. We get the ball back. We go down the field. Another field goal. They bring the game within one score, but we hold out. Well, listen, I don't like flip-flopping quarterbacks, but it came down to sparking the offense. And yes, we did only get 13 points compared to the 14 we got before. And yes, could I leave Brody in there and come out on the end there? Listen, it was a tough game. That was a tough call. Rainy game, and he can technically play in the rain. So let's take a look. Alves, 5 for 9, 55 completion, 61 yards, no touchdown. He game managed, and nothing's wrong with that. Lewis, 57 yards. I mean, he's coming in here and getting rushing yards. So, I mean, maybe they're scheming the ball to him for running it. I mean, it's helping our running game, bringing him in here. Warmack, though, 21 yards. Coker, 9. Brody, 5. Rawls, 2. 43 again, still for Coker. Chester, it's pretty much the same across the board here. Sacks, no sacks. Clean pocket, what I'm talking about. Heinrich, Wilberg, Nigel, top tacklers, tackles for losses. Hurt, Woods, and Jennings, no sacks, but we did get another interception. Tim Woods, that's what I'm talking about. Laying the wood in the slot. We did get a block. We get a block kick. Let's fucking go. Justice Wenning. Blocked kick. Oh, yeah. Defense is coming alive for everything. How do we do? 2 for 2. They had a block kick, so that was probably a crucial one. That is crazy. But this team is gelling. We're doing good here. 4-0 after 4 weeks of play. Let's go. What I'm most proud about right now is the way that we're playing together and the way that the running game is kind of coming in line. But injury report after every week. Nate is injured again for 5 more weeks. All right, we have 3 massive injuries on defense. This is not good. Nate, man, big injury. Oh, fuck. The first commit of the year, Gregory Hutton, the 5-star end from Middle Village, New York. Let's go. That is what we needed. Pizarro locked us out already. All right, so we won't be able to get him, even though I put points in on for him. And Brown, the other 5-star outside linebacker, goes to Oregon. Listen, I'm glad we got one of them. Well, it's official. We can move Kevin Brown off the board. That does suck. That means I can put points back into David Luck. But let's take a look down the board and see how we're doing. Edwin Leonard, Florida is making a huge move and catching up on us. I am not liking that whatsoever. Let's try to get even more points in there, max out the points. Paul, we are in a big lead in. Slayton, Penn State is taking a huge lead over us. Listen, I can't go after both of these guys. And Sweet is technically the higher guy. So I will leave him on the board just to see where he goes. But Tobias Slayton, I'm going to take you off. Let time to go all in on Sweet. Nick Sweet, let's go. All in on you. 50 hours, let's go. Ibrahim, I mean, still a close race for him. I can bring him in. Office, we're winning by a lot. Jabari, we're winning. Pack, it is a close race against Michigan State. Come on. Don't take my guy. Let's max out the points on that. Little, we're losing to Wisconsin, and we're losing Alves to regular Michigan. Oh, boy. I need tackles. Let's just max out the hours here. I can bring him in against Week 10. Coach Prestige, bring him in on that. 50 hours. True Blood, though, we are winning. A 5-star athlete, run stopper. I'll take that. Link, we're winning. Virgin, we're winning. Renfrey, we caught up on. Klutz, we did jump to number 1 on him, so we can just put some hours in. Piz, we lost out on him. And the power rusher, listen, I'll just give him a scholarship. Any of the corners that I can get, I'll just get in the transfer window or something. I'm sure we'll get somebody, or these guys will develop. But let's just work on that. Let's work on anybody who's ready for visits. Luck, let's get him in proximity to home immediately. Let's get another 5-star guy in. Slayton, no. Sweets, let's get him in. Championship contender, let's go. Against Penn State. And we got 30 hours left. Who can we bring in? You know what, Ebe? Let's give him some 25 hours. Give him some time. All right, that's the scouting we got so far. Next game, Minnesota Golden Gophers. Let's get this baby rolling. They are top 18. Where are they in the conference? Minnesota is 11th. This is their first conference game. Let's get it rolling. Here he is. We got the dancing gopher, but I forgot to do this before we kick the ball off. I wanted to do this with the coaching. Let's get this baby rolling. Alves, let's bring him in. Let's have him start a full game and compare the stats to a full game instead of a half game. But let's get this baby rolling. First quarter of the game, defense starts off. We got the ball first. Nothing happens on the first 2 drives. Nothing happens in general. 0-0 game. They do have the ball. They come down, score the first points. Another 3-0 lead. We are playing up against a 6-0 lead we're playing up against. Nothing happens in the first half of the game. 6-0 game. Let's take a look here. 7 for 12, 59 yards, 58% completion. It could be tough competition. 13 yards running, 30 yards for Lewis. Receiving, everyone has a couple catches. The tight end, though, has the most. He's finding his safety valve. 2 sacks, though, by Trent. It's not looking great, but their defense is keeping us in there, even though we are hurt on a lot of ends. Peter, first interception of his campaign this year. Listen, we're starting off with the ball. We've been slow starters at some of the games, and we've turned it on in the second half. Let's go. Nothing happened there. They get a touchdown. They try to go for 2. Nothing happened. We finally get on the board, 7-12. They have the ball. Let's keep turning this thing around. Come on. Come on, baby. We go down there. We score. We get a 2-point conversion, making it 15-12, 18-12. Let's go. What a weird scoreline of that game, but this team just finds we go through adversity and we somehow come through at the end, scoring 18 points that game. 7, we get the first touchdown finally, and then that's confused. Like, we go for 2. Like, what happened there? Like, let's go look at defense first. Did we get like a safety or something? Did we get a safety? No safety. Defensive touchdown. Did we just go for like 2 and get it? I guess we did. All right, let's go back. I guess we went for 2. Kicking, though, we missed another field goal. That sucks. That could have helped us out probably tremendously. A 50-yarder he tried. All right, that's crazy. He tried a 50-yarder. I mean, he does have mega leg, but all right, let's get back into it. Passing. He has yet to throw a passing touchdown. I mean, but a 15 for 28 game. He did get sacked 6 times, 154 yards. Warmack was our leading rusher with 38 yards, 1 touchdown. Hogan with 37. Alves with 24 yards. Rawls with 19. So just an all-out running attack game. Coker with 76. Chester with 36. German with 31. Hogue with 9. Schultz, bad game, 2. But sacks, we gave up 6 sacks. Volders just had a bad game. He must be tired or something. That's what also I need to check during the game. Tiredness of offensive line, because as we get into the season, injuries start accruing. Heinrich will still with this tackle leader. Steeple, where'd we go? Steeples with 2 sacks that game. Interception by Heinrich still. Just a solid defensive game by our team. But how did we get 11 points? Go by 2 and then kick a field goal? No 2-point conversion or anything like that? 2-point conversion. All right, we got the 2-point conversion to make it 8 and then a field goal. Okay, yes. All right, that makes sense. Injuries, please. No more injuries, guys. No more injuries. We can't handle another injury. All right, we still have the same amount of injuries. Okay. We're still working with that. All right, let's get into the next week. Okay, this is very disappointing. All right. We lost a 5-star to the Gators. Listen, I get it. Florida. I listen. It was a long shot to get him. That fucking sucks. Slayton, he goes to Penn State. Listen, I get it. I backed out. We're gonna probably lose luck to Syracuse. Craig, though, we could win. Sweet, we're making a play for Ibrahim. Definitely going to have to make a bigger play for Matt Ibrahim now. All right. So he can come in at Penn State, was a championship contender. All right, let's bring him in immediately. Office, we're now winning, so that is beautiful. Still winning in Jabari, but it's a close one. Let's max that out immediately. We lost Pack to Michigan State. Then we lost Alves to Michigan, so our only offensive lineman is we can't forget him, so we have to make a little detour and now look for new offensive tackles. Lincolnberg, Pitts has been closing in massive in on him, so immediately I have to go to this and a soft sell immediately. All right, there it is. Superstar, please, man, don't leave me, Link. I mean, I don't know why you would. We've been doing good. Virgins, we're still going hard on. Dimitri, we're making ground, but it's not fast enough on that. We are not making ground fast enough on Dimitri. Klutz, we are still winning. And, Carswell, I mean, the power rusher, whatever. Let's throw 50 points in on him to make up ground on that. So I need to, we only got one commit so far. We've lost a good amount. We're close to a few commits. So we're working in on that. And then now we just need to find a couple new offensive tackles. Especially this late. There's only, little we're losing out on. So it's not him. Hell. And it's a bunch of 3 stars. All right. Listen, I don't want 3 stars. I do not want 3 stars. We're just regressing if we do that, but we have a lot of, you know what? I'll worry about that later. We're worried about the regular season now, and we can only control who we get. But halfway through the season, or a little bit before halfway through the season here, we're going to go up against Illinois. 2-2 on the season. Where are they? Illinois, they're 10th. We'll check stats after the season, but once again, before I go into this game, I'm going to give one more chance to DeMarcus and see how he does this game against Illinois. Again, on the road here. Let's go. Jump on in. All right, we're getting the ball first on offense. All right, you had a full game and a half of the last game, a quarter and a half of full game, and even you had 2 games of experience. I'm hoping for at least 2 touchdowns here. All right, first drive of the game, we get a touchdown. Second drive of the game, nothing, but we're driving. How's it going to finish? Nothing there. Third, fourth drive, nothing. We finally get another touchdown. Here we go. They get a field goal, but it is 14-3. I would like to see a couple more touchdowns, especially against a team like this. But we're working again. We're working for it. We're getting it. He does have a touchdown, but he does have an interception, but he does have 76% completion on a 141. All right, we're working on it. Running the ball hasn't been great for us so far. Lewis, the last few games it's been stuttering. Alvarez does have 14 yards himself. Schultz has 3 catches for 7 and a touchdown. 43 by Chester, 33 by German. Lewis, Coker. Any sacks? We do have 2 sacks by Rhodes, so maybe he's a little bit hurt. Bunch of tackles this game, Noel and all that. No tackles for losses. Sacks, we got 2 this game. Hurt, Hippenhammer, and Steeples. 1 interception by Nigel. Nigel is having a year. Forced fumbles, 1 by Peter, 2 recovered, though, by him. Absolutely beautiful. And 1 touchdown we do have is a defensive touchdown. A 15-yard interception, it looks like, by Nigel. He is having a season. Let's take a look at coaching, though. Let's take a look at depth chart. Maybe some guys are tired and injured. Warmack is a little bit tired. All right. Receivers aren't tired. Tight ends aren't tired. I mean, we could have a fourth tight end in there. Let's just get. Oh no, he's redshirt. I can't do that. There we go. Tackles. All right, he's a little tired, but not so much. Rose is tired, so Bono, like I said, these are the time of years. Yes, he has the physicals, but I'd rather him get that health back. So Andy, get in there. Now it's your time. You have some time to play. Same thing with Pay. I mean, he's just like a 4 overall less than Patton. Patton, listen, I understand. We need you for the long haul. So, you may have lost some stats here. I mean, agility. I mean, where's the blocking? Where's the blocking? Blocking, why is it so far back for an offensive lineman? It should be here. I mean, he's lost none of that. It's pretty much agility. But, listen, I'll put in those guys. Maybe that helps with wear and tear for them. Nothing else for the offensive linemen. They're just getting beat up down the middle. I'll take that. Listen, we have depth on an offensive line for a reason. We can use it. Going into the second half of the game with only 11-point lead, they get the ball first, but we did get the ball back immediately. Nothing on those 2 drives and stalling out or anything. I don't like how close it is, but we do finally go down, get nothing. We finally get the 3rd touchdown to put this game out of reach. Alrighty, another solid win. 21-3 is a good game, defensive game. The rushing attack just wasn't there, I guess. 2 touchdowns by DeMarcus. Listen, I'll take it. 5 sacks, though. He does get sacked, but completion percentage is there. I mean, it is a lesser-ranked team. Lewis did get 68 yards that game, 21 by Alves. Warmack, Rawls, Tam. Tam got in there. All right, Tam. Coker, Chester, Lewis is in there, 55. German got a couple. Schultz got a touchdown. Rawls, sacks. Rhodes gave up, those 2 gave it up, and then Duggins gave up 1, Bono gave up 1. All right, Hippenhammer, lead tackler. These guys looks no injuries, tackles for losses. Hippenhammer and Brockle. Hippenhammer, I mean, another freshman coming in, just having a year. Dom 2 sacks, Hippenhammer and Steeples. Yeah, we saw that, and Nigel with the defensive touchdown. Fumble recoveries. Yeah, we did have the 2. And then, did we miss any field goals? Like, we missed 2. He missed 2 of them. All right. He started off hot, and he's missing field goals. I need like a 5-star kicker or something if they have it. But let's get into next week and compare stats. Finally, the second 5-star recruit, Paul Craig. There he is. 5-star. Let's go. And Don Lincolnback, we're getting a lot of defense here. Let's go. But we did lose out on Luck and Renfer. It is our bye week. Let's take a look at the stats of the season. So far, passing the ball hasn't been our strength. I mean, like 1,300 yards between our 2 quarterbacks and only 6 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. It's not looking good passing the ball. But running the ball, we do have, 11 touchdowns. So we're pretty much relying a lot on defense here. Chester, Coker, Schultz, Lewis, German, Moncrief, those are our top receivers. It's not looking great with passing the ball. So I'm hoping it does pick up towards the end, because we can't be just relying on this defense constantly, because there's going to be that one game where our defense can't stop anybody. But Vollers has given up the most sacks. Rhodes, Patton, Duggan. I mean, Bono played the one game and gave up the 1 sack. But that's nor here nor there. But Matt Slaughter has not given up one yet. Knock on wood. There we go. Defense, Heinrich is leading it with 40. Tackles for loss, Hurt, Steeples, Hippenhammer, Heinrich. Top sacks, Hurt, Steeples, Hippenhammer, Wenning, Cockrell. Interceptions, Nigel's having a hell of a year. Mayberry has been injured. I mean, this defense will probably be even more stifling if we didn't have all these damn injuries. And a couple of the other interceptions. Kicking, 66%. We need to work on that. Let's take a look at team stats here for halfway through the season and the bye week. Slide it down to Big Ten here. Offense, not looking good. It really isn't. Running the ball, we are a little bit better in, but passing the ball, we are one of the worst. And we are using, was it Oregon's playbook? So, I mean, where's Oregon? Oregon's one of the top 4 teams. So, I mean, technically, if we're using their playbook, we should be there. You know what I mean? But yeah, we have the least passing touchdowns, but running the ball, we are top 2. First downs, we are top 3. Defense, how are we doing? Top 5, passing, number 1 against the pass, and number 5 against the rush. Points allowed, number 4. Sacks, bottom 4. Fumbles, mid-table, and interceptions, top 2. So we are finally getting the interceptions. It's just these other things aren't sliding around. Third downs, it's not looking good. Fourth downs, it's but 2-point conversions, I don't want to constantly rely on 2 points conversions. Red zone efficiency is bad. We need to work on that. I don't know how. Defense, we're doing okay. Penalties, we are one of the least penalized teams. Turnovers, we are a top 10 turnover. That's the only thing I'd like to take away from this offense is we're not turning the ball over. I just wish could get another couple touchdowns that from passing the ball. That's it. Injury report. How are we? Warmack 7 weeks of broken hand, so he broke his hand that game. All right. Injuries are stacking up. Next week we do get Marcus back, and then a week after that we get Nate back. Injuries are stacking up big time. All right, who is coming up on our schedule after this bye week? We needed this bye week. All right, we're going into the gauntlet now. Ohio, Penn State, Oregon. Great. We're going into the meat grinder now. All right. Where are they with injury reports? Where are they with it? Ohio, Oregon. Their offensive lineman will be back. Ohio State. Their running back, Eliza Dombrowski, and then their defensive tackle. And then what was the other team? Ohio, Oregon, and who is it? Penn State. Yeah, Penn State. Penn State, the number 2, so they're right behind us. Oh, fantastic. And we're missing one of our top running backs. Great. And then Penn State. Penn State. There they are. Clean bill of health. All right. Injury bugs are screwing us this year. All right. And we're losing a couple people on recruitment here. Just give me a second here to recoup. Syracuse loves stealing my players. But we do have 2 top 5-star recruits here for defense, so that is looking good. Sweets is slowly fading out of our grasp here to Boston College out of all teams. But give me a second here to recoup, and I will be right back.
Alrighty, and after a little bit of a recoup, I searched the prospect list just a little bit again. I found Kevin Michael, or Michelle, whatever, a hybrid free safety out of Tallahassee, Florida. There's no tier to any of this recruiting. I mean, there's Virginia Tech. I think we can beat these teams out for him. He's a hybrid, but also, I mean, he has man coverage. Because he is a hybrid, he's got man coverage zone, and look at that speed. He can absolutely be a corner replacement. Also at 6'1", perfect. Duval, a power back. Just why not? We lost out on a running back, and also, I mean, it's pretty much a typical power back that you find. Caleb Dicker, our outside end power rusher. I mean, he has no abilities, but he's a 4-star gem. Why not? The only team that's going after him is Duke. I know we can beat Duke out. And Reggie Wembley, he's a guard, but a 4-star guard. He's the only one that's still available on the board, and the only team that's going after him right now is Michigan. So I threw our hat in the ring. Why not? We'll see if we get him. Other than that, everybody else is pretty close on the list here. We are Carswell, we're number 2 on for him. Klutz, we still got a huge lead, so I'm hoping we can close that out. I should put more points so it closes faster, but I need to close out on Deontay Virgin. True Blood, we're still working on that against what's it? Utah University, I believe. We still got that going. We have it scheduled there. Jabari, this is a close one against Syracuse. If Syracuse steals him out from underneath me, that will be crazy work. But, I mean, we're so close to closing that out. I'm just hoping we can get that next week. Office, we're close on. Ibrahim, we're making big ground up. We got to beat Penn State for Ibrahim. Sweet, we also have to gain big ground on Boston College. But, I mean, if they want a championship contender, why are you going to Boston College? You should be coming here. We're competing for championships here. Other than that, it's just a bye week. And just like I said, after this bye week, it is the gauntlet. I mean, look at these 3 games. Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon. We got the gauntlet here. This is the toughest part of the schedule. Even though Ohio's 2-3, you can never count Ohio out. Even though they might have a bad record, you can never count them out. And just like that, Leotai Office, the 4-star receiver gem, is in our pocket. And it looks like Syracuse took another one of my players. The 5-star tight end goes to Syracuse. I don't understand why. I don't understand why we're losing these players out. I mean, yes, we don't fully need a tight end, but a 5-star blocking tight end with growth, that would have worked out amazing. I love losing players to Syracuse. They're not on our board this year, but you best believe if this series continues, they're on our board next year. They're on my top tier S list, and S is not for special. Alrighty, with that, Sweets, it looks like we're going to lose out on Sweets to Boston College unless we make some miraculous comeback with this, but I'll just leave the points in there. We can do that. We didn't make up any ground on Ibrahim against Penn State, but hopefully we're playing him soon. Hopefully, when we get to that game, he still needs to commit, and we can slide in there. True Blood, I don't want to lose out on him, so obviously we're gonna go all out on him to get him. I know it's a 5-star gem bust, but it's still a 5-star recruit. 5-star recruits mean things in here, even if it's a bust. Let's get this rolling. Where is it? No, it's not that. It's not that. There it is. All right, boom. We got that in. We need to close that out. Virgin made big ground on Klutz. We're still here, and he wants a visit. Let's get a visit to Oregon. What's his thing? Brand exposure. Let's get brand exposure in for Klutz. Carswell made some ground up on that. Mitchell made big ground up on that, on these guys. And I mean, look at that. Caleb Dicker, just right off the bat, right up to number 1 over everybody else. So we're making good progress on that. Wembley, huge progress on that. Not top 5 yet, but we can put 25 more points into that. And then I just quickly looked at 2 tight ends here. And I mean, these 2 tight ends are pretty much just carbon copies of themselves. We have 100 hours, so might as well just throw 50 points in on each of them. We have 45 hours left over on people. Is there anybody we can throw more hours into? I mean, pretty much the only one is Jaden Klutz, and let's just try to close this out as fast as possible too. We need everything as fast as possible. So there we go. We got 60 points there. Recruiting class. Oregon is stealing all the players, and Syracuse has stolen 2 of my 5-star players. I hate Syracuse so much. It's like we have a mole in our organization. They're just feeding Syracuse the players we're going after. It is absolutely crazy. And where are we? Where are we in this? We're 50th. We only have 4 people, but okay, whatever. Whatever you say, recruitment list. But here we are, 2-4 Ohio State. Wow, they are not once what they were. That is crazy. But the injury report for the list here, We do have the corner coming back today for this game. We still have Duke Warmick out. We still have Mayberry out, and Nate will be coming back after this game, which is once again a massive person to come back. Like we need that on. We need help on that D line. I mean, not help, but just like reassurance on there. They still have their running back and their defensive tackle out. All right. Enough talk. Let's go into the horseshoe. I'll see you there. They got the little marching band guy out there with the high knees, high legs. But we're here in the horseshoe. Let's get this thing done. Starting out on defense. First quarter. Let's get it done. Nothing on their first drive. We get the first touchdown. We get the first 10 points. They get a field goal, making it a touchdown game. But we have the ball. Nothing on that drive, but the second drive, second and third drive, we get touchdowns. They answer back with 2 touchdowns of their own to make it a 24-17 game. It's a pretty close one. It is a pretty close game. They're out rushing us, but their quarterback is having a difficult game. Our quarterback, freshman, 5-star recruit, 12 of 19, 142, 1 touchdown, rushing the ball. Lewis, you're not having a good game. Alves is not having a good game. I mean, we're just not having a good rushing game here, even though we have 2 touchdowns by the backs. It could be better. Receiving, Schultz, Chester, Coker, German, Moncrief. I mean, everyone's getting a little bit involved. Moncrief has a touchdown. There we go. Sacks. Patton's giving up a sack. Okay. Just 1 sack the whole game. Us. Brockle's the leading tackle, and so is Noel. He's up there. Tackles for losses, how we looking. Manny Handy's up there with tackles for loss. Yeah, he's in there. We've not seen much of him. Maybe we can get him more involved in the linebacking game, because I don't really see him up there. We got to check his stats. Why not? Wilbur, Steeples, Hippenhammer, no sacks this game, but we have 2 interceptions by Schneck and Armour. All right. Fumble recoveries by Brockle. We got 2 of them, and no defensive touchdowns. It is a good game. Ohio State is trying to come back. That we off this first drive of the second half, we need to score some points. Go down the field. There we go. Get a touchdown. Make it 2-possession lead. They come back. They are driving late in the third into the fourth. They are driving. They do get a touchdown. We go back down and get a touchdown immediately. But, oh, what the hell? They got safety on us? Wow, what a game. They had to get a safety on us. They had to. They had 4 turnovers, though. Time of possession went to us a little bit. Third down conversion, I'd like to see a little bit better. But they had to get some type of safety on us, because it was 31-38, and we were in our end, and they got 2 points out of it. They mounted a good comeback, though. Ohio State tried, but DeMarcus Alves, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 sack, 54% completion. I mean, it's not great. Yeah, you can say, putting Brody, but 3 touchdowns, 327, not bad. Rushing the ball, Lewis came alive that second half. Alves got 15 yards of his own. Rawls got a touchdown of his own. He's probably the backup running back, considering our other guys injured. Coker was 70, Schultz was 64, 39 by German, 29 by Chester, 15 by Lewis. Moncrief had that touchdown. Sacks that game, only 1 given up by Jeremiah. Tackles, Peter, Wilberg, Brockle. Tackles for losses that game, Eric Steeples, and then 1 apiece for everybody else. No sacks that game, not good. But we did get 3 interceptions, 2 by Steven Schneck, the backup middle linebacker, 1 by Armour. Not bad. I'll definitely take it. 2 fumble recoveries that game, so we got 4 or 5 turnovers. Not bad. No defensive touchdowns. Kicking the ball, 5 for 5 on extra points. He was 6 for 6 that game. That's what I like to see. Any injuries after that game? Let's take a look. Injuries? No. All right, good. We kept a injury-free game. Not bad. I'll take it. Let's go into next week. Damn, 52-49. Oh, we have to check out the standings for top 25. Sweet is out of here. It is what it is. We'll just move on with that. Ibrahim, it looks like Penn State is going to get him. I mean, unless he doesn't commit by the time we get to that game, but it looks like he is. But we do have office. We did get one receiver in. I mean, we can maybe get another one in on the transfer portal. True Blood, we are far out on that one. Good Lingenberg version. We got Klutz. We are far out on that one with his visit nearby. We're making ground up on KSU for Carswell. Kevin Michael, we're getting close, all right, especially to the top 5. We can definitely put more points in on him because we have the Duval. We can absolutely put more points in on Duval for the power back, considering we didn't get him. Dicker, might as well put as many points in as possible on him just to close it out. Wembley, we are making a play for him, and he's ready for a visit. What's his brand exposure? Bring him in Oregon. Why not? Brand exposure. All right. Stingley, we made some ground up on Stingley. Not bad. And Pleasance, we jumped up right to number 3 behind Boston College and Louisville. His is brand exposure. All right. Well, we're making ground and we're getting some recruits. I mean, not the highest recruits coming in, like but it is what it is. You know, you get some, you lose some. It happens, and I mean, some of these guys we shouldn't have lost, but I don't know what happened there. We could still get another one here. Wade Elfin, whatever. Oof. What's his? What is his? Physical receiver, 6'2". He is a bust. All right, well, I'll just throw him a scholarship and 25 points. Why not? He is a bust, but 4-star, whatever. This week we are going up against Penn State, 2 versus 3. I don't know how we dropped from 1 to 2. How did we drop from 1 to 2? UCLA is over us. I mean, they're 9-0, and they are in our conference. All right, we'll take that. There's only there's a few undefeated teams. We got Texas Tech. We got Mid Tennessee State up here. All right. Let's take a look at the top 25 here. Take just a quick in-depth look. All right, we got UCLA. They beat Nebraska last week. They're off this week, so maybe we flip-flop again. We beat Ohio, but we're going up against Penn State, 2-3. Big game for both of us. Georgia Tech is up here. You got Houston up here. Good for them. They're having a season. Stanford's up here. Michigan State's up here on the top 10. Florida State, Texas Tech, Oregon's up here at number 10. We got to play them. We got to play them next week? That's gonna great. TCU's up here though. They lost. Kansas State's up here at number 12. You got Wisconsin. You got Michigan up here. They lost last week. You got Oklahoma State. You got Notre Dame up here. Florida, Tennessee, Boston College is up here. So they're having a good season. But you know what team I don't see up here for any of these guys? Damn. Georgia's down here at 24. Jeez. You know what team I don't see up here? That is Syracuse. I don't see Syracuse up here, and yet they're getting our 5-star guys. They're 4-3. Why are these guys going to there? I don't know, but it's whatever. This week against Penn State, it is going to be a massive clash. We got Nate back this week, though. We needed him, especially on that D-line, especially against a team who's also like us, and they're injury-free as well. That sucks. But Nate is back. We can get this done. Penn State is coming into our house. We were on the road there for a little bit. We survived the little road streak here, 4 games in a row. We survived it, especially that was a close one at the end. I mean, we've had 3 close games on the road. Really close games. I mean, any type of one-score game is that touchdown or field goal. It is a close game. But here's the game of the year so far, us against Penn State. I'll see you on the sideline. All right, here we are at home. I mean, this is like a college football playoff game atmosphere. We're starting out on defense first. Let's get this game rolling. First quarter, they go down, get a touchdown immediately. We're doing nothing on offense here. Absolutely nothing. 7-0 game. They do have the ball though. Come on, defense, help us here. We get a touchdown finally on offense. They answer immediately back. Nothing's happening here. We finally answer back on offense, but it looks like we just ran out of time. I love this game. It's like we get close to the end zone or something, and it's just the quarter's over. It's like, I'm sure we could have got a field goal or something out of it, but 14-all tie for this game. Let's take a look. 11-21, 231, but 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Yeah, you're not helping us win the game, Alves. Only 9 rushing attempts by Lewis, so what are we playing catch up here? Schultz, though, is having a crazy game. 3 of 116, Coker 3 of 66 with touchdown. Rawls 2 of 23, Chester 2 of 20, and 1 catch by the tight end. Clean pocket defense here. A lot of tackles here. A lot of tackles. Tackles for losses. Hurt, Wennings, Handy, sacks. We only got 1 sack by Hippenhammer. No interceptions. And no fumble recoveries. All right. It is not looking good, though. Kicking. What happened here? No kicking whatsoever. Come on, Alvarez. You can absolutely be more disciplined with the ball. I mean, this guy's only a couple overalls better than you, realistically, and it's whatever. Coaching, is anyone tired? Because in a game like this, you need everybody at 100%, which Lewis is not. He's a little worn down, but I mean, we have Rawls. I mean, we have Tam. We have a couple backup people. Receiving, Coker is a little bit slow and tired, but I know he can get through that. Tight ends, no one. Oh, damn, our big guy's up to an 80. Not bad. Good blocking. Offensive line, Rhodes is a little worn down, but I think he can get through it. Defense is all good. All right. Second half, we need to limit the turnovers here. We need touchdowns. Come on. They get a field goal. We get a touchdown, though. 21-17. We are driving here at the end of the third, going into the fourth. We get a touchdown, though. 24-24, 31-31, 31-38. Ooh. First and goal with a minute left. Let's slow that down. We are so close. We tie it up. Oh, yeah. 38-38. We tied it up. They have the ball, though. Stop them. It is overtime rules now. Perfect streak is on the line. 38-38 in overtime. Come on. First and goal off the first pass. A touchdown immediately. I would go for 2 immediately. They get a touchdown within the first play. That's crazy. Our defense can't stop anybody in overtime. Oh, they do get a field goal, though. Come on. 3rd and 6. 4th and 5. We're playing for a field goal. I wish our defense would do something there, but we lose. Oh, you fucking overtime, this team just does not show up. Ever. Just fucking ever. It never shows up. Anytime this team gets to overtime, it's like we just don't show up. I mean, we had a chance to win it there at the end, and we're like, you know what? What if we just play field goal for field goal? It's like, no, why? Just why? All right. Team stats, I mean, their quarterback just was perfect. Our quarterback, 5 touchdowns, 476 yards, 3 interceptions. He got sacked once. I mean, 55% completion, but you're also telling him to throw the ball 40 times. Like, what game plan is that? Lewis, we absolutely relied on him. We had nobody else running the ball all right. Schultz, though, 200-yard game, 5 receptions, 2 touchdowns, 3 by Coker, Rose, Chester, German, and Lewis. Sacks, we didn't give up any sacks, it looks like, from the O-line perspective. Defense, we needed stops. when it mattered. I mean, we got the field goal, but our offense, I mean, yes, we had a huge offensive game, but it's just, it didn't come down. It's just, it didn't work out. Just, yeah, they matched it with us. I mean, we lost to the better team, and that's probably not going to help the recruits that were going to Penn State. We probably lost on them too. But why is it every time we get to these overtime games, we just can't finish it out? Yeah, Ibrahim goes to Penn State. Yeah, I'm positive if we won that game, he would have came here. But it is what it is. Let's forget about it. Coker, player of the week. Yeah, you got 3 touchdowns, whatever. We have to go now play Oregon, which is just even a bigger opponent. So we have to have short memory on this and just try to recoup. Pretty much first place in everybody. Stingley, we're in third, but everyone else, Carswell, we're pretty much staying the same. But everyone else we're first in. Let's just go down to who's ready for visits. Championship contender. Let's bring him in on Maryland. Let's do that. What is his championship contender as well? Bring him in on Maryland. And what is Dicker's championship contender? Let's bring him in on Maryland. All right, that's pretty much it for bringing people in. All right, let's try to have a bounce back game. We fall down to 4th. Penn State is number 1 along with UCLA. Let's just try to have a bounce back game here. We need a solid game here. Defense, we need you to get some stops here. That letting up 50 points is not going to cut it, especially now against an Oregon team who is 91 across the boards just like us. But we are at home, hopefully home field. All right, at home against Oregon. Come on, team. We're starting out on defense. This defense better do something here. Nope, they let Oregon go down on the first 2 drives and get a touchdown. We come down with a touchdown, though, make it a 7-point game. Slow and methodical. They go down. They get 7 points. All right, it's just high flying here. Come on, we make it 17-24 at halftime. When it comes to these top teams, it's just like we're stalling out a little bit. But, I mean, what's their quarterback overall? 84. I mean, it's not that great. Like, come on. All right, but Alves, 8 of 11, 147, 72% completion, 2 touchdowns. So, no turnovers there. Lewis, 47 on 7 carries. Alves, 5 on 15. Rawls is there. He's not helping out pretty much. Chester, 83 yards, 2 touchdowns. Coker, 32. Schultz and Alex German had a drop. No sacks, clean pocket. So we're doing our job there. 3 tackles for losses, not bad. Sacks, we have 3 to this game. Not bad. I would like to see a turnover. We need to take away a couple possessions from them. We need to steal some. Kicking, we're making our field goals. All right. We're starting out on offense in the second half. We need a flawless second half. All right, there we go. We tie it up. We got the ball back. We go down. We take the lead 31-24. All right. We're playing with the lead now. Let's just try to get at least some more points here. Nope, 31-31. Overtime again. Overtime again. Great back-to-back overtime. Come on, boys. First and goal. Come on, we get the touchdown. I would just say fucking go for 2. Just get it over with. All right, please, defense, get a stop. No. 3rd and inches. 1st and 10. Come on. 2nd and 10. Fucking touchdown. All right. Defense, get a stop. 4th and 12. There we go. Field goal. All right, offense. No turnovers. No nothing. Come on. 2nd. Are you kidding me? That's how we started off? Fucking kidding me. We won. Oh, my God. Oh, this team. That was a bounce back game. I really thought we were going to lose back-to-back overtime games. but this offense showed out. We got that touchdown there after getting sacked for 5 yards. We go out there and okay, dude, 5 touchdowns. What's going on with this defense? We're just getting picked apart too easily. DeMarcus Alves though, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 2 sacks, 56% completion, not the best, but Lewis put the team on his back this game. 16 carries, 97 yards, 4 touchdowns. He a 30-yard rush there. I mean, 60 yards after contact. I mean, I'm so happy we got this guy in the transfer portal because without him, we would probably be struggling again with the running game. I mean, this year we technically have a running game, but Chester, 127, 2 touchdowns. Coker, German, Schultz, Hag, not bad. Sacks, gave up 2 that game. Vollers and Patton. Tackles, Peter Heinrich, Schneck, Marcus. Tackles for losses, Heinrich, Handy, Nate. Sacks this game, we got 3, 2 by Steeples, McDougal, and Hurt. No interceptions this game. No fumble, 2 fumble recoveries by Schneck. All right, we'll take that. While a block kick. Okay, we got a block kick in there. Listen, I'll take it. Kicking, perfect for us. That we needed that game to bounce back. We needed that game, and also, the rivalry between us and Oregon, especially the last couple of years of us getting better. But that Penn State game is just leaving a sour taste in my mouth still. But we do get Jaden Cutts out of that. We do get Mike Carswell out of that. They saw a good, I guess, defensive win for this team. Or not defensive win, but just a good win in general. But here we are at home again against our rivals, the Maryland Terps. But first, recruits, how we doing? Number one here. We have him on a visit. We have as many maxed out points as we can. But let's max it out here even more. Soft sell. Let's get him in on a soft. All right, where's this? Boom, boom, boom. Which one is it? There it is. Sunday bound. All right, not bad. No, number 1 on him. Number one. He's close to a commit, so that is good for us. Stingley is still thinking about it, but we can always put a little bit more points on him. A little bit more points on Pleasant. He's ready for a visit. Brand exposure. Bring him in on Iowa. All right, and is that Syracuse trying to steal another player that I'm looking at? Like, come on, Syracuse, get your own players. No, it's Virginia. I'm stupid. It's almost the same colors. All right, recruiting up against the Terps here at home, our little rival. Starting out on offense. We need to start fast and finish hard. Come on. 7-0. All right, first drive. They get a field goal. Their third drive probably. It's not looking good here. There we go. We get another touchdown. They answer back though quickly. We get a touchdown though. Another touchdown before half. That's what I'm talking about. 20 points in that second quarter there. All right, we need another 20-point quarter to really put it out of reach. 14 of 21, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns by Alves, not bad. Only 35 yards by Lewis, though, but 2 touchdowns. Chester's having a game, 117. Coker's 54 for a touchdown as well. 2 catches by German, Schultz, Hodgins. Was that our backup guy? Yeah, our backup guy got a catch there out there. Clean pocket. Defense, how we doing here? Most tackles. 3 across the board for a lot of our guys. Tackles for losses, Hip and Hammer, Nate, Handy, Hurt. Sacks, no sacks. Interception, 1 for Wilbur. Yeah, we haven't seen many interceptions the last few games. And then kicking, we missed an extra point, it looks like. All right. We left 1 point on the board, but starting out on defense, we only ended up 3. We get a touchdown, though. 34, 41, 13. All right. It's a 28-point lead. I don't want to do this, but I'm looking more towards the playoffs here. I can leave Alves in there. Um, let's give Rawls some time. Why not? Lewis, I want to save your wear and tear. The receivers, I want to save their wear and tear as well. So you might think, this is stupid for doing this. I mean, we all know in the past how that's gone as well. When I've done this, yeah, we can leave those guys in there. Let's get the blocking tight end though on there. Bruce, let's save Rhodes' stamina. Patton is absolutely banged up. Let's get him out of there immediately. Slaughter's looking good, but I don't want to risk it. And same thing for Duggins. Let's get McLeod in there. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to risk any injuries at all. So I mean yeah, this is just flipping them around. Yeah, I don't want to risk any injuries. Well, these guys aren't looking too bad, but especially on offense, we've known how that's gone on offense with the injuries. But they score immediately. They score back immediately. They make it a crazy close game, but we get a field goal at the end there. What the fuck? But just wow. They get 20 points in that last fourth. Wow. There we go. We got a level up though for the coach. We got 10 points, but every time I take starters out, it's like I know I'm putting backups in, but they're still. I mean, their overalls are probably better than their guys, and it's just like, what the hell? Like, damn. I mean, we got 2 interceptions that game for defense wise, but 318 by Alvarez, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 48 yards, 71% completion. I'd like to see that. I wish no interception, but whatever. Lewis had 79 yards that game and 3 touchdowns. I'll take that. Rawls, 10 of 24. That's why I'm so glad we got Lewis. 1 touchdown, though. Alves had 18 yards, Coker. Chester had a big game, 8 of 59. Coker, 74 yards. Schultz with 28. Moncrief had a catch. German only had a couple catches. And, yeah, I mean, looks like we didn't even use our other receivers, even though I took them out. Did we just start running the ball? No sacks given up by the whole entire offensive line. I'll take that. Defense, Nigel with the most tackles. Hippenhammer hurt. Heinrich and Brockel tackles for losses. Hippenhammer and Nate. Sacks, no sacks, but 2 interceptions by Woods and Wilbur. I'll take that. Kicking, only missed the extra point. Solid game all around. I just didn't want to get any injuries that game and also help with the wear and tear of our linemen. All right. Still no injuries. Looking good. Let's get into the next week. There we go. Another 5-star. Darren Trueblood. Caleb Dicker as well. Reggie Wimbley. We had a good amount of recruits that week we needed. Beautiful. This week is going up against Iowa. They're a tough team. I'm not going to put it past them. I'm sure they beat us in the past when we didn't expect it. But Michelle, we're almost there. Same thing with Duval. How we looking with Stingley, Pleasant? We're still number 1 on those guys. Are they ready for visits? Yeah, we can't do any visits anymore. And then Wade. All right, we're on top of that as well. All right, we're in the final stretch here with a lot of our recruits. Coach skills though. I mean, Scheme Guru. I can put this in here, but I mean we pretty much have it across the board for tactician. I mean, I can put it in a motivator. Stay hot. Yeah. I mean, I could put in motivator. Or, you know what? I do want architect, though, for extra XP. I do have... It's 8 points apiece, though. Do I want O lineman or quarterback? I mean, we got to have as many XP points for the big men up front. A really good offensive line will help you win. And plus, I mean, we got motivator for our coordinator and recruiter, and then we also have tactician for defense. I mean, all right. I wish we...
He's dropped down to a C. I swear he could be. He was like an A last year. But all right, we'll take it. Big Ten clash here against Iowa. Let's take a look at the standings though. Michigan, UCLA. I mean, weren't they off last week? We'll just take a look at it through here. No, UCLA beat Penn State, so Penn State's dropped down to 15. But look at that, Big Ten up here representing 1, 2, and 3. UCLA though, they are number 1. We are number 2. Michigan's up here at number 3. Kansas, TCU, pretty much Stanford, Oklahoma, Florida, Notre Dame, Ole Miss, Texas Tech. Oregon's ranked 12, so they snuck up back into the playoffs. They're going up against Washington. Then you got Houston with a massive loss. They went from 3 to 13. That is a big drop. You got North Carolina. You got Penn State here, dropped out from 7 to 15. Ooh, we got a bunch of non-ranks last week. We got Georgia. Syracuse is in here. You know what, Syracuse? I wouldn't mind you making the playoffs, and maybe we see you, and maybe we can keep this rivalry going. But hey, look, they finally made it to the top 25. It's good to see you. East Carolina's in here, cool. The Gamecocks have made it up. That's cool. Western Kentucky, Georgia's fallen again. Wow, they're having a tough season. Charlotte lost, Bowling Green lost, but Georgia State is in here. That's cool to see. Welcome in here, a Sun Belt team. All right. They're having a little bit too much fun in the Fun Belt. But yeah, injuries this week. We didn't have any last week. How close are we getting back Mayberry? 1 week and 2 week. So we'll be getting him back for next week, and then for the playoffs, we should be getting the running back, Warmack, back. But not looking too far ahead here. Iowa, Rutgers at home. This is senior week. Final game at home. At home, Iowa Hawkeyes. Starting out on defense. Once again, first quarter, we need a nice stop there. There we go. 2 stops on their drives. There we go. We finally get a touchdown on our third drive, but so do they. But we answer back again with back-to-back drive touchdowns. I like that. Not nice. Well, they just took the lead, but we took the lead back. Halftime, 21-17. I don't know what happened there. They got a field goal, and then they got the ball back immediately. Maybe we had a turnover. I'm not liking the turnovers that are coming here. We have 2 turnovers. I'm not liking those. 1 interception by DeMarcus, but 13 of 18, 221, 72%. Where did we get the other one? Somebody must have fumbled. Lewis is not having a good rushing game, but he does have a touchdown. Alves is trying to do everything, but also he's an 81 overall. He gained a skill point. Good for him. Tim Coker is having an amazing game. 5 of 124, 2 touchdowns. Schultz with 33, German with 34, Moncrief and Lewis. Sacks. 1 sack given up by Vollers, and he's also injured. Here come the offensive line injuries. All right. Nigel is our top tackler. Then we got 2 across the board. Tackles for loss, none. No sacks. No interceptions for us. 2 fumble recoveries, though, or forced fumbles. I don't know how they count it, but apparently we got 2 fumble recoveries, 1 forced fumble. So I guess that is the only turnover that counts. But where did we get the other turnover? Who fumbled the ball? Is it going to say who did? No, it's not going to say. All right. But apparently we had 2 turnovers. But let's take a look at injury here, especially the O-lineman. What happened here? Shoulder strain, 1 quarter. Okay. We can deal with that with 1 quarter. But starting out on offense, we need a touchdown this drive. Let's put this game out. There we go. Got a touchdown. Perfect. Hawkeyes, nothing that drive. We got an 11-point lead. 1 more touchdown, guys. Let's go. Come on. Nothing here. There we go. We got a touchdown. They probably went for it on 4th. There we go. Another field goal. That is it. That was it. A nice, good senior week win. 38-17 against Iowa. I would have put all the seniors in, but I would have done that if I was able to control the team, because anytime I put subs in, this team seems to, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happens. Sometimes they're just like, yeah, what if we just don't play? But whatever. 3 touchdowns, 283 yards. 75% completion. That is nice. He is up in overall though. Still a lot of bronzes and a couple gold, but that is okay. Alves was our leading rusher as well. Lewis seemed to have a tough game this week. Tam got two big carries, it looks like, a 15-yarder. Not bad for him. Coker had a carry. But Coker had a nice game, 8 of 152, 2 touchdowns, 56 for Schultz, 55 for German, and a touchdown. Congratulations, tight end. Moncrief had a catch, and so did Lewis. Sacks this game, we gave up 2, Fullers and Jemiah Patton. Tackles, though, Peter, Dom, Nigel, Max, not bad. No tackles for losses. Sacks, we only got 2. No, we got 3 this game. 1 by Steeples, and then it was just as defensive. Everyone was helping out. No interceptions, though. We got a couple of deflections, it looks like. We only got 1 fumble. The team is we're starting to slow down on turnovers, which I'm not liking for defense, and getting more on offense, which I'm not liking as well. But a solid win all the way around. Let's get into the final week of the season. There we go. Kevin Michelle, 4-star safety. There we go. Duval, the 4-star running back. Couple more recruits. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. Big numbers coming in. Big game against Washington here. They are ranked. They are 22nd. Recruiting, I'm pretty much done with recruiting. It's pretty much just looking how close are we to getting them. Stingley, Oregon is making a big push there at the end. I'm hoping we can get him, but Pleasance, we pretty much have a dominant lead. And Wade, we're fighting Virginia for. All right. On the road, last game of the regular season. Looks like it's a rainy game. We're starting off on offense. Let's get this going. Washington scores first. We score back, make it a tie game. It's raining in Washington. What else is new? They get a field goal. We come down. We get a touchdown. They get a touchdown immediately. We answer back with a touchdown. We go down and score another touchdown, making it 28-17 at half. How we looking? 20 of 26. Wow, he's just slinging the ball. 267, 4 touchdowns. It's that the natural. He's able to play in this type of weather. So he's having a game. Lewis out here. He can also play in it. 7 for 61. Not bad. Coker's having a good game. Chester is also having a good game. German's having a good game. The tight end. We're getting him involved, the freshman. Lewis out here with the touchdown receiving. 3 sacks given up by Vollers. Hyde is in here. So why is Hyde in? Why is Hyde in the game? Did I not check it? Are you fucking... Our best offensive lineman is out for the rest of the season with a torn pec. It must have happened last game. And I didn't check injuries. So that's great to know in the middle of a game. Our best offensive lineman is out for the season with a torn pec. Just fucking tastic. All right, that's great to know. Best offensive lineman out. All right, let's. Hyde's having a good game here. He's sticking in there, but I'm thinking for the future, maybe we we move to the outside, but that is something for later. It's just great. Our best offensive lineman is out. What is it with getting injured and our offensive line just getting injured at the end of the year when I am rotating them? All right. Let's finish out this game strong, guys. Washington gets the ball first. We come down, though, with the touchdown, making it 35-17. End of the third here. We got an 18-point lead. I am just... Wow. Our top guy is out. And you know what? Let's save the offensive line. They're all beat up. Just that
That is just upsetting. You know, I know you redshirted Jamerson, but let's move you up. And Duggins, I don't want to lose anybody on this offensive line. You know, we may not have a good fourth quarter here, but I know our defense can hold us in there. We got a field goal. We got another field goal. That's probably putting it out of reach. Let's go. You know, listen, that's a great team win, but I forgot to check injuries, and it looks like in our last game, our best offensive lineman, Matt Slaughter, I'm just saying like overall wise, has torn his pec and he's out for the season. That had to happen in last week's game. That had to happen. It had to happen in the Iowa game. I didn't check injuries after that. I checked injuries after Maryland. That is a big kick in the ass for us. But Alves had a good game. I mean, he got sacked 6 times, but 74% completion, 4 touchdowns, 333, 106 yards by Lewis on the ground. That we needed. We have a good running game. 2 by Coker, 120 yards, 79 by Chester, 48 by Hag. Lewis and German has 47. Not bad. Sacks, though. Vollers just was not having a good game. Javier and Hyde gave up 1 sack apiece. Tackles, Mayberry was back. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. He's back. So that helped on defense. Heinrich. A couple of tackles for losses. Sacks were big this game. 1.5 by Nate Steeples. 1 by Hip and Hammer and a half by... Wow. Mayberry comes back. He gets a half a sack, 2 interceptions. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Let's get into the next week. Marcus Pleasance, the 4-star tight end, helps commit to us as well. That is nice. We will be playing Michigan in the Big Ten Championship. All right. I don't remember the last time we played Michigan. Top 25, what's the polls looking like? It's us and Michigan, 1 and 2, and then UCLA. So the Big Ten is 1, 2, and 3. Who's in the top 25? Penn State, they won. All right. Thank you, Oregon, for not helping us. They finished 7 and 5. So, all right. That is not great. Injuries, though. No injuries. We should be fully healthy, except for Matt Slaughter with a torn pec, which is just fantastic. Let's take a look at the depth chart here. Defense, though. Yeah, Mayberry's back in there, so I can... Yeah, Brockle goes back to being the backup for that. Thank you for all that you did for starting for pretty much most of the season, and then put Brockle back in there. So, yeah, there we go. Not bad. We got that going. And honestly, I forgot about the offensive line. Let's roll into that real quick. Alves is playing like an 84 overall, so it's pretty much the same. Vollers playing up as an 85. All right, good. Bono, I don't know. Should I start him or should I start Pay on the outside? Because we could use him as a backup for any other injuries. We don't want him to get injured as well. But let's just take a look. What options do we have? I know Hyde's got physicals, but he's an 80 overall. We could start Bono, so it'd be like this. You know, an 84 overall, but no physicals. And then Jamerson, he's an 81. He does have, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right. Bono's playing. We got Hyde. And then I could put Pay on the outside here. You know that, Bono's going to be the main backup. Hyde, Payne. There we go. Move Pay to the outside. That's what it's going to do. Pay's going to move to the outside. Whereas Bono can come up into here, and he could be the main backup for these two. All right, or no. If Pay gets injured, we'll move Pay to the inside, and then Bono can. Yeah, there we go. Got to move around the offensive line a little bit with injuries, which are always fantastic. Let's move into next week to the championship games. All right. We lose Stingley to Oregon. Fantastic. Whatever. But we did get with the other tight end. It's whatever. Big Ten championship here. I think this is... Oh, we got a contract extended?
contract is extended, 5-year renewal. I didn't even have. You know what? For right now, I'll just take it. Resign. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about this year. Big Ten championship across the board, top 25. Is it still the same? Yep. I'm not looking at championships, award finalists, Heisman finalists. I'm not looking at any of that bowl projections because it can change. Michigan, wow, they got a good offense. They're just steamrolling over there. Pretty much the same. We're going into the big house for this Big Ten championship, which is crazy that we're going into the big house for the Big Ten championship when, I mean, we're both 8-1. Like, why do they get home field advantage? They should be coming to us. But I'm not going to worry about that. Let's go into Michigan. But first, injuries. How are they with injuries? Do they have any injuries? Michigan. Oh, they have a lot of injuries, all on offense. Tight end, right tackle, right guard. Okay. I mean, they're Michigan. They probably have really good backups too, but let's take advantage of that. Let's go. Here we are in the... Oh, it's a neutral site game. All right, cool. You know what? I forget where the Big Ten plays. I was like, why are we playing them at home? I totally forgot. Here we are. Where are we in? Big Ten, do they play in Lucas Oil? I think so. But we're starting off on offense here. Let's go. All right. Good start here. Nothing on our first drive. Their second drive, they get a touchdown. Come on. We need a touchdown here. What's going on here, team? Why are we stalling out? We go down, we get a touchdown, tie it up. They come down with another field goal. We get a touchdown, making it 14-10, 21-10. Let's go. We just had a slow start there, but we're kicking in there. We're kicking in gear. The running game isn't helping us right now. Alves, though, 15 of 27, 255. I don't like the 55% completion and the interception, but he does have 3 touchdowns. He's up to an 82 overall now. Lewis is having a tough game, but he has always come on in the past in the second half. I'm relying on that. Alex Sturman, the Titans, having a huge game, 2 touchdowns, 84 yards. They must be shutting down Coker and Schultz. So he's finding the tight end. Sacks, we have a lot of sacks this game. Pay, Patton, Vollers have all given up sacks. I'm not liking that. Defense, we're flying to the ball. Look at all these tackles for losses. We're doing good here. Any sacks? We only got 1 by hip and hammer. Man, that freshman is doing good. Pass deflections, we got a couple. No fumble recoveries or anything. All right, we need a defensive stop here. We need a turnover on defense. All right, second half, third quarter, they come down, nothing in that drive. We need a touchdown. Come on. End of the third quarter, 21-10. We need a touchdown this quarter. Come on. There we go, 28-10. They come down, score another touchdown. We need a field goal. 38, come on. Come on. There we go. Defense held up. We didn't do anything worth rushing. I mean, Michigan is, I guess, always good with the run defense. But Alves here, he had a game for that Big Ten championship. 322, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. He got sacked 5 times, and 58% completion wasn't the best. But, I mean, he had a game. Lewis just didn't have that best of a running game. We tried, but only 2 yards. German, big game from the tight end. Chester, Lewis had a good game out of the backfield, though. Schultz with some. Coker, not the best. Sacks, we gave up too many sacks this game. Patton and Pay, just too many sacks given up this game. Vollers gave up 1, but we flew to the ball. Look at all these tackles. Look at all these tackles for losses. And sacks, we got 3 by Steeples, 2 by Hurt, 1 hip and hammer, 1 the freshman got in there. Imani, not bad. No interceptions, no forced fumbles or anything like that. All right, just a solid defensive tackling game. I don't like how we missed a field goal. That made the game too close. That could have made it a touchdown game, and they needed a 2-point conversion. But we are Big Ten champions.
for the first time in this whole entire series, we are Big Ten champions. I'll take that. All right. Dom Hurt got Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week there, it looks like, and National Defensive Player of the Week. Congratulations, Hurt. All right, trophies are coming in. The Heisman, 28 touchdowns, 3,100 yards, 7 interceptions by Rico Arolo from UCLA. So we have to come up against him. Dom Hurt got best defensive end. There we go. I'll take that. So the trophies are coming in. Lewis Hag, best running back. Let's go. This is what we needed. We got a running back. Alex German, best tight end. We're just, from the freshmen, we're just breaking in the awards this year. Dom Hurt, Lombardi Award. There we go. Look at all these awards. That's what I'm talking about. It's nice having individual awards, but you know what trophy we're after. Early National Signing Day. Let's just take a look at the recruits that we have, what their abilities are. We got elite development trait from the end. That's what I'm talking about. A star from Craig, Office Impact. Star by True Blood, even though he's a bust, he probably just doesn't have that high of a cap. Star by Lincoln Back. Impact from Cuts. Carswell Impact, Normal Impact. Elite by Dicker, the 4-star. There we go, another elite. Pleasant, Star by Pleasant, the tight end. There we go. We got a 6'6" tight end now. All right. And we didn't miss out too much on these two guys. So I am happy with the 13 players we got. I'm happy with who decide to come join us. Staff moves. No, I'm not looking at that. Managed staff. How we doing? Everyone's still here. There's a lot of schools interested in us, but I'm not leaving. We're finishing out this season, and they only want me as offensive coordinators. They can bite me. Player of the week, yeah. Let's just take a look at award winners. Lewis finished 5th in the Heisman. Okay, I'll take that. This is exactly what we needed to come in. So good on that. Coach of the year, we missed it out on one. Charlotte. They went 12-1 this season. Good for him coming into that program, and he's turning it around. Dom Hurt, best defensive player, 2nd, and then we got Steeples, 7th. So there we go. Defensive back. Nigel wins defensive back player of the year. There we go. We got him, Wilbur, Isaac Mayberry, even though he missed half the season. Armour and Brockle. There we go. That's nice. Best running back goes to Lewis. No receivers. Hurt and Steeples 1 and 2 for best defensive end or lineman. Good on them. As the lineman, and then 1 and 3 and best defensive ends. Interior lineman. Slaughter. If he didn't get injured, he would probably won it. Best tight ends though, Alex. There we go. The freshman. Our coordinators were 3rd and 4th, not bad. Heinrich was 5th, and linebackers, kickers, centers were not up there. Punters were not up there. Returner were not up there. But yeah, I'm so happy we got that running back in. We needed that. As of right now, what is the college bracket looking like? We have a first round bye. Great. We'll be either playing Penn State or Texas Tech. So that's going to be great. But we finally have a first round bye, but also Western Kentucky's in there going up against UCLA, Texas Tech, Penn State. Charlotte is going up against Michigan, TCU against Notre Dame. All right, that is a bunch. Just going to look at, we'll look at season stats at the end. No, the season's over. The award's already won. 25 touchdowns to 7 interceptions by DeMarcus. He turned it on towards the end of the half. Only 2,800 passing yards. So, by a freshman, that's not bad. Brody had a good couple games here, but it was just the pass per completion I didn't like. 899 yards by Lewis, 16 rushing touchdowns. I'll take that.
I will take that. Receiving, we almost had 2,000 yards receivers by Coker and Chester. Schultz was 670, 462 yards by the freshman tight end. Not bad. Sacks given up, Fullers. I don't like that. But 14 sacks in 13 games. I mean, he's graduating this year, so we're getting a new tackle in. Jeremiah was 7, and then pretty much everybody else with less than 3. I like that. Most tackles goes to Peter. Pretty damn good. Not bad at all. Most tackles for losses. Hurt. Sacks, 11 by Steeples, 8.5 by Hurt, 5 by Hippenhammer, 4 by Isaac, 3 by Nigel, 2, 2, 2. Listen, I'll take that. Kicking, 72%. I would like to see better. And then, you know what? Because it is also this year. Where's Jacksonville State? There it is. Doug Cummings. He finishes at an 89 overall. Good for him, but only 18 touchdowns. But hey, he finishes at an 89 overall. That's pretty cool. I'm hoping our guy goes up higher than an 89 overall. But national, Dennis Grubbs had the most yards. Not bad. Look at all these guys. 41 touchdowns. How did the guy from UCLA win? I mean, unless he had crazy rushing. Penn State has the best running back in the league, or in the nation. So that is going to be quite concerning, especially if we see him in the following week. But these are all the guys. Doug Cummings, he had 800 rushing yards. Not bad. So he had a good year, 12 rushing touchdowns. There we go. Those are the top rushers, receivers. Not bad. Here we are. Boom. Blocking. Who gave up the most sacks? Those guys. I can't talk. We're up there in like the top 10 for tackles. Most tackles goes to these 3 guys. Over 100 tackles for losses. Sacks. Didn't we have 11 with one guy? But okay. I guess it doesn't count. All right. Enough of those stats. Was it team stats? Let's just take a look at that real quick against the Big Ten. Offense, we were top 4. Passing, we were top 3. Rushing the ball, top 5. I'll take that. Points per game, top 5. Passing touchdowns, mid. Rushing touchdowns, hey, number 1 in rushing touchdowns. What a turn of events that is. Defense, uncharacteristic of us. 3rd worst in the Big Ten. I do not like to see that. Passing the ball was mid, and then the rushing attack against us was 5th worst. I do not like to see that. We gave up the 4th most points, though. Sacks, we were mid. Fumbles, we were up there. And interceptions, we were up there. We're taking the ball away, but I don't like how our defense can't stop anybody. I don't like that. It's uncharacteristic of this defense, but also our offense had an uncharacteristic type of year with leading and rushing and all that. Texas Tech took out Penn State. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. First, I'm going to upgrade, though, Architect. Going to unlock this for quarterbacks next. All right. Unlock those 2. But Texas Tech took out Penn State. Let's take a look at that bracket. Who's going up in the quarterfinals? Texas Tech takes out Penn State. They'll be going up against us. UCLA barely beats out Western Kentucky. They're going up against Kansas. Michigan beats out Charlotte. And TCU beats out Notre Dame. All right. Rose Bowl time, baby, against Texas Tech. All right. We're starting out on defense. Let's show them. I need a revamp on this defense. They go down and get a field goal. Offense, we go down and tie it up. 3-3 at the end of the first quarter. All right. Solid defensive game. They get the next field goal. They get 2 field goals. They get a touchdown. What's going on here? We go down and get a touchdown. We could take the lead, but they also come back. This defense is not it. We let up 20 points in the second quarter. What's going on with this defense? 7 for 13, 53%, 1-1.
Lewis is 33 yards rushing with 1 touchdown. German's our leading receiver. Blocking is not looking good. We let up three. We let up 3 sacks already in the first. Not looking good. We got no sacks. I mean, we got an interception, but what's going on? This defense is killing us. Offense, we need you here. We need the passing. We need everything. Come on, we get a touchdown. Take the lead by 1. Defense, stand tall. There we go. We get another touchdown. 31-23. Let's go. Let's keep pouring it on. Come on, defense. There we go. There we go. Another touchdown. Oh my God, what's happening here? We gotta slow this thing down. Oh, did we just? There we go. That's it. That's it. That's game. Oh, that was close. Whew. Wow. I don't. This defense. I mean, we stood tall there at the end, but this defense is killing us. Close there. I mean, we had a goal line stand pretty much at the end there, turning away Texas Tech. This what is going on with this defense, man? 163 yards let up on the ground. 2 touchdowns though, 249, 1 interception, 3 sacks, 58% completion. Lewis had 2 rushing touchdowns. Thank you, man. Thank you. You helped out. Warmack is back, so that's good to have. 21 yards by him. Coker had 101, German 55, 54 by Chester, 20 by Schultz. Sacks, we are letting up too many sacks. 3 sacks that game, not good. 4 tackles for losses. Mayberry's coming in here. 2 sacks by us. I'm not liking that. 1 interception. But this defense is just getting fucking cooked. What is happening? I mean, yes, we got an interception. We only got 2 sacks though. But what is this? We let up 160 yards this game on the ground. You can't win like that. Because that controls the game. I mean, you know that. I mean, they were bad on 3rd down, but that running attack ate up so much time. They were so close to getting it. They missed on a 2-point conversion, but this defense is not helping out. I mean, we can let up anywhere between 10 yards per pass and then 5 rushing. You can't win like that. I mean, we won, but it was because the offense just showed up that game. What if the offense doesn't show up that game? This is stressful. College football bracket looking like this. Us against UCLA, Michigan versus Ole Miss. So 3 Big Ten teams and an SEC team. Going up against the Bruins. Come on, let's go. The good old Fiesta Bowl trophy against the UCLA Bruins. Starting out on defense, I don't like that, but I'd rather get the ball in the second half if our defense doesn't hold up. First drive for us, field goal. Second drive, touchdown. Third drive, touchdown. All right. Defense is holding up through 1. How are they going to hold up through 2? They go down to get a field goal. Our offense is stalling out. We give up 13 points, but we finally answer back with a touchdown. Gave up 13 points that third quarter, 2 field goals and a touchdown. Not liking that. 10 of 13, 212, 76%, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception by Alves. Running the ball, he's got 20. Lewis has 29 and a touchdown. Warmack has 26. All right. A full-on Russian attempt by everybody. Schultz with 126, 1 touchdown. Chester with 50 and a touchdown. And then Lewis and Coker. 1 sack given up by Rhodes. Tackles for losses. Marcus and Nate tackles. Everyone's flying to the ball. No sacks, no interceptions. We need pressure. Come on, defense. But we're starting off with the ball on offense. We need a touchdown out of the half. Come on. Go down to the field, boys. We go down, get a field goal. Not what I'm looking for. They get a touchdown, make it a 1-possession game. Come on, defense. Stop them. Offense, go there we go. Touchdown. There we go. Another touchdown. All right, defense. There we go. Verbo Fiesta Bowl champions this year. The defense, all right, I was talking crazy about them. They only let up 7 points that half. They came to play at that game. Mostly. I just don't like how we're always giving up so many yards. Like, we're not
We're not getting the turnovers we were getting. But Alves, 351, 3 touchdowns, an interception, 3 sacks, 79% completion. Good game by him. Not the best running game by everybody, but it was an effort by the both running backs, Lewis, Duke, and Alves. 30 yards apiece pretty much. So it was all on them. Schultz, big game, 168, 2 touchdowns. Chester, 67. Coker, 63. Lewis with 47 out of the backfield. Only 1 catch by the tight end. Sacks, we gave up 3 sacks that game. Rose, Javier, Pay. Tackles that game, Schneck, Marcus, Nate. Tackles for losses, we got 4 that game. All right. Justice, Hurt, Nate, Marcus, sacks. Only 1 sack by Hurt, but it looks like we got 2 touchdowns. Or 2 interceptions. 1 by Nigel, 1 by Schneck. There we go. That's the turnovers we need. I want to see our defense get a couple turnovers game. I don't like having a missed field goal, leaving points on the board when we could need it. I didn't check this after the last game, but let's look at injuries. Still only Matt. This team is holding it together. This offense is helping out our defense. I need a game from this defense where it's less than 10. I need that from our defense. But back-to-back championship appearances. Who are we facing? It is Schultz, Player of the Week. All right, good. Who are we facing for the national championship? It is Michigan. All right. We faced them once this year. We know what they're about. Let's take a look at the college football bracket. How did they beat Ole Miss? It is once again us versus Michigan. All right. How are they with injuries? Did they get any more injuries or did they get healthier? Here we are, Michigan. They're still missing 2 key offensive players for them, Jimmy Randall and Ricky Potts. But I know they got a good team. Let's just take a look at them. We pretty much don't look at other teams. But hey, Jeremiah's up to a 90 overall. That's nice. But Michigan, what are they? Wow, that's a lot of 90s. Wow. All right, quarterback, 90 overall. He's playing up to a 90 overall. That's crazy. Melton, running back, 92 overall. Okwo, I mean, this team is just deep. Receivers, that's where they're a little weak, but he's fast. Boosby, I mean, he's fast, 99 speed. I mean, low overalls, but they're receiving. They're gonna have to rely on running, but offensive line. Michigan with 78 over. Okay, I mean, they do have a couple inside guys. One of them's probably playing outside. Same thing here. They got some depth in the interior, and they got depth. All right, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as we thought. I mean, their offensive line is kind of on par with ours, I would say. Defensive line, okay, all right. They have some depth. All right, especially at D tackle. Linebackers, I mean, they got 3 really good middle linebackers and an outside guy. Corners, they have some really good corners, all right, and some really good, 2 really good safeties. I would say this team's on par with ours. There's weaknesses and there's strengths, but it's for everything. Let's go. For all the marbles, hold on tight. National championship. We're 0-1 against Michigan teams in the national championship game. Going up against Michigan this time. Starting out on defense. All right, boys. Nothing that first drive, nothing the second drive, nothing the third drive, nothing from any of the drives. It's a stifling defense from both sides. We need the first points. Nope, they get the first field goal. Come on, where are we? 3-0 at halftime. What is this? Offense, where are you? The defense is finally doing their job. Where are you? 6 of 7, 68 yards, no touchdown, no nothing. We can't run the ball, it looks like. we're getting nothing on offense. 2 sacks, Rhodes, Vollers. I'm not surprised we're giving up sacks. We're finally getting turnovers and stuff on defense. Where are we? Where are we? We got 2 turnovers on defense. Where offense? Where are you now? The defense is finally doing its job. And where is the offense? We're starting out on offense. Where is it? Where are you guys? We got a safety or something? All right. 3-2, 8-3. What kind of fucking score is this? All right. Defense, they let up a touchdown. They go for 2. Come on. We got 14. It's a 2-point game. This is getting close here. Come on, defense. We got to stop. Offense, what are we doing? What are we doing, offense? We let up a field goal. All right, offense, come on. The defense did their job. Come on. Come on, boys. There we go. Big plays. A 1-yard rush. What the Let's see if we can win this. Let's see if we can win this ourselves. Let's put some stress on the safeties with a deep cross. We got some out routes going. Let's put some pressure on them. Now I'm just going to throw it out. All right, not looking good. Vertical. I don't want to throw it inbounds. I mean, we might have to. Schultz, I don't see anything. They're pressing him. Okay. All right. They're pressing him. I might have some shots here. I don't know why they're pressing him on either side here. Oh. They blew the coverage. They blew it. They blew it. There we go. They fucking blew it. Chester with possibly the biggest catch of his football career. And we're just going to be doing corner strike here. Jeremiah, let's just get him on a drag. Chester, let's put him on speed out. Schultz, same thing. Put you on a zig to open it up. You pass block. No. All right. 1-point game. 13 seconds left. Defense, don't fail me now. There we go. You know what? I don't want to take a risk, and I want to be on the field for this formation. Prevent defense. 3 up, man deep. Let's go for the national championship game. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Heinrich, there's nothing here. Defense, they got the short throw. That's it. Let's go. Oh, oh yeah. Finally, we have made it to the mountaintops. Rutgers football has made it to the top. They're just going crazy. I can't believe it. We had to step in there at the end to finish the game. Chester with, I mean, the biggest catch, the touchdown to win the game. Oh, the defense finally showed up and played. Wow. Let's take a look at those stats. For possibly the final time, we caused 2 interceptions that game. Alves had 2 interceptions on his own, but when he had the biggest throw at the end there, I mean, we did the biggest throw at the end there. Lewis, 62 yards, another, I would say, decent running game we needed. 37 by Warmack and 2 touchdowns. Wow. Chester with the biggest catch of Rutgers football history there. Sacks, we gave up 2 sacks that game. We got 1 sack, but 2 interceptions. Armor coming in there with the defense. Oh, yeah. we did it. We had 2 missed field goals. So Tranquil, why? How? 2 missed field goals. They're both 50-yarders. I mean, okay. Why try 50-yarders? Just go for it. But Rutgers is finally your national champions. And yes, I know I had to step in there at the end for it, but look at that. Just one after another. We got the Big Ten champion, Rose Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, Sugar Bowl, Orange Bowl. I forget what that bowl is from 2028. Just and a national champion. That feels tremendous. And what a way to finish as national champions. Chester, I mean, Big Ten, he should get player of the game. That feels good. Staff moves, I mean, yeah, I'm not worried about that. End of season, the top story has to be Rutgers winning the national champion. 2031, your national champions. I'm taking a screenshot of that. It feels good. What a close game. The defense finally showed up that game, letting up less than 20 points. Let's take a look for the final time for the season, the schedule for the year. Starting out with Tulane, then a good game against Kansas, a close game against Temple, Purdue, a close game against Minnesota. I mean, a couple games here with our defense within the first 7 games. I mean, defense was looking all right. And then just this final stretch here, 33 given up, 50 points, 41, 33, 17, not bad, 25. And then our playoff games, our national championship game. I mean, we gave up, why does it say 20? Huh? What? This game is messed up. In the schedule it's saying 28, 23. What? Whatever. This game's messed up. We won 20 to 19, but gave up 29 points on defense to Texas Tech. Then we only gave up 20 against UCLA, and then 19 against Michigan. The defense slowly started to come back around. But national champions, final top 25. Here we are. Number 1. This feels good. End of the season recap. Let's finish up this video. It's a long one. The players leaving at the end of this year, all graduating. Jeremiah Patton, thank you for your 5 years, but amazing time. Chester, I mean, you won the national championship. How do you feel? Heinrich, thank you for your year. Lewis, I don't think we could have done it without you this year. We finally had a running back. We finally had our actual running back, like getting yards. Hurt, you had an amazing defensive year. You got hurt at the end, all right. I hope you get drafted. Rhodes, thank you. Offensive line, Nate, I know you had a hard year with injuries. Thank you. Javier, thank you for coming in and fitting in all different positions. Ben, thank you for stepping up. Rudy, thank you. Schultz, thank you. Brody, I know you've got us so close before, but thank you for being the senior to take a step back, help the freshmen, and I mean, look where we are now. Vollers, I mean, thank you, but you gave up a lot of sacks. Max McDougal, Tim Woods, Steeples, what a great year from you. Cameron, I know you helped on a lot of those runs. Hodgins, thank you. And Derek, I don't remember if you played, but thank you to all the seniors. Let's see where they get drafted. Yeah. And now I'll leave it here. Draft results. How are we? Patton gets the 3rd round, Chester gets the 4th round, and Heinrich the 7th. So We got 3 more draft picks up there. This is where I'm going to leave it. The end of this season, recruiting for the next season. If you like to see in one video the next 5 years of this coach's contract after this, please leave a comment down below. It will be all 5 years pretty much wrapped up in one, not simming each game. It will just be updates throughout the season if you would like that. But coaching stats, let's take a look here. 75 and 35, 5 winning seasons, 682 coaching percentage. Playoff record was 8 and 3. 1 national championship, 1 conference championship, 3 first-round picks, 16 overall people drafted, 1 top 5 recruitment class. I wouldn't say that isn't too bad. The Maryland coach and me are apparently the 2 top guys. Not bad. 7-1 against them. So, that's our old coach, Stefan Krumholtz. Well, all right, buddy. He took over. You know what? I'm happy for you, buddy. You're going to do good things. I can't wait to come up against you and beat you. 7, because he's 5-0 against them, which is funny. But not bad. 7-1. So it's me and the UCS guy. But 7-1 against rivals. 9-3. We fixed that record against the top 25. 23-17. Not bad. Records for Rutgers. Let's go take a look. For Rutgers. Wrong way. It'll be quicker this way. Records for Rutgers. Career-wise, Shepard's still up here. Ray Rice still up here. We haven't had that prolific running back. Same thing, receivers. We still have Kenny Britt, Mohamed Sanu. But Shep is up here for passing touchdowns. We didn't get anybody for sacks for a career from Nate Toran and pretty much anybody on defense. Season-wise, I hate how it does this. We got to go back to Rutgers season-wise. Season-wise, we got Brody up here for passing. Ray Rice, Kenny Britt, Mohamed Sanu still up here. Brody's up here for passing touchdowns. Ray Rice is up here for rushing. Moses Vincent is up here. So, good for him. Touchdown catches in a year. So, not bad. And then game records for Rutgers. We'll take a look at that. And then, boom, here we are. Game records. Alves had the most passing yards in a game. So, if you want to see him continue, I'm excited for that. Ray Rice, Taquan Underwood, not any of these guys. Mohamed Sanu, Mike Teal, none of us. Pretty much none of these guys for a game other than DeMarcus, the 5-star quarterback. I'm excited to see what he goes up to. But if you want to see me continue this Rutgers one, I'll do all 5 years in one episode to finish out this next contract. But this is the end of the Rutgers Dynasty build. We made it to the top. We are number 1. Stay tuned for the next one. It's an interesting one. I'll give you a hint. They're the worst team in college football right now. But congratulations, Rutgers and the Rutgers fans. You are national champions. Thank you for sticking around with this series. I know it's been long, but it's been fun. But until next time, leave a comment down below. I will see you. Leave a like. Enjoy the rest of y'all's day. Peace.